Okay, guys. This is the first session of the Embers of Hope. This is a campaign setting set in what's called the Bygone Lands. It might sound similar to the Forgotten Realms, but, don't worry about that. Which is a world ravaged by turmoil. If you're not taking notes, I certainly hope that the lore keeper is. Religious, political, and supernatural turmoil being the particular three flavors that put most people into separate communities that barely cling together. We have two iPads. Oh, Josh said, I don't like that iPad.
I'm sorry, no one gave one to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there two over there?
Yeah.
And only one got taken? Remember when I said grab the other iPad?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, you want me to hand it to you?
I grabbed the one that I thought was his, and I thought he was using
Off to a good start.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's the entitlement of somebody thinking that everyone. I'm like, go grab yourself a plate of food. He's like, you're not gonna make me a plate of food?
Wait.
Turn around behind you. See that iPad?
I didn't say that. Shit. Shut the fuck up.
He's like, grab that iPad. You're not gonna build me an iPad?
Yeah.
I deserve an iPad, sir. All right. So, anyways, as old factions and nations fell, they gave rise to new ones in the great beyond. 8055 is the thing to sign in.
Oh, it's not that.
Is it 8055 or 2544?
2544. I have the same deal.
2544. Josh, do you not know how to stand it up?
6969.
Yeah, it's 6969 420.
420 plays it.
Let's give him a
Hold on, here.
Hold on.
Let him sign in first. I promise you this will work.
Aww.
New technology.
It seems to work off of some form of electricity. Right. Yeah, welcome to the new DM hot seat, pal.
Bitch.
Right? I hear any shit out of you like you did at Josh's campaign, rocks are suddenly gonna fall. You fucked up, Bruno. I gave you a chance to get out. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Alright, so the new nations that have started to rise, they're less diplomatic and significantly more desperate. And that was when the gods left. Following the exploits of the Breakers of the Legion, the former kingdom Norix Dretha, as it's come known as, was found to be experimenting with transmutation-like magical infusions using living test subjects. Shortly after that discovery, a magic-focused poison spread from the south across the lands, utterly destroying the entirety of the planet so far. Just before this, weave affliction swept the globe, a being calling himself the Herald appeared in the city of Karan, claiming to have arrived before the one who watches and the one who waits. He was beaten back to the far realms by the Breakers of the Legions, where they destroyed him permanently. Simultaneously, the world's most prominent religious practitioners all cried that their respective deities had abandoned them, throwing men of faith into states of confusion, and thus the religious structures that they had once held into similar disarray. The current age is only known as the Age of Heedless. It has spanned the last century so far. This is due to the fact that the only records of these past historical events are written down, yet the eldest of men and mortals... aren't written down, yet the eldest of men's and mortals neither can recall first-hand memory of the collapse that occurred. It is in this age that we find what might be hope. In a land where solitude equals death, yet the ones on your side regularly point blades on your back, common cause is created community. Here we go to a cinematic. We find ourselves soaring through the sky, dipping down low past this tremendous tree with these branches that extend miles out, the tree itself extending past visible sightline of the planet. On the horizon, we see a gap where two mountain ranges meet to create a valley. And in the middle is just the briefest glimpse of a humble township that has a river bisecting it in the middle. Leaving the township southbound, we approach the northern end of this range whose name has been forgotten since the last generation of man. And at the foot of this mountain rests a small cave tunnel. As this camera pans in, entering the tunnel, there's a scene of violence everywhere with muffled cries further down inside of the dwelling. We hear muffled shushing from someone, whispered talking amongst a group of people. Zixes, the war-forged tinkerer of sorts, sits crouched in front of a door, picking the lock. This thick, battered, heavy-set door looks like it's already been knocked on and had a few chunks taken out of, to no avail. Zixes looks over at Kaoken for the signal, and behind the door they hear cries of someone in need, nearing the end of their life. No! Stop! Followed by the cackling laughter and muddled talking behind the door. Deus readies his weapon, as does the rest of the group, and with a nod, the door opens, as all the voices inside go silent. And then we fade to black. Earlier that week, Hearthenvale is not just a town. It's actually a collection of 3 towns that share land around the river that goes north to south from the God Hand clear down to the town of Estria, well, what used to be known as the Estrian Hold, where it deposits back into the ocean beyond Westar. There's really only one of a handful of places like this that are still considered safe to the roadmen and merchants and adventurers that find themselves wondering what little roads are left. On the west side of the town, there are modest crops of wheat and barley and a tavern/board house run by Cameron Chamberlain and his brother. On the east side, there is a ranch and a tannery owned and run by Duncan Boudreau. And on the south side is a lumber mill, most prominently, of course, ran by Macy Abbott. Now, we begin. From the Grey Waste to the west, atop a peak of Mount Asarin, Kaoken Kolta, a once legendary warrior with a natured soul, has awoken from a stony sarcophagus to find that his world has been turned over. The mountain that he once ruled over being reduced to squabbling democratic policy, where the people are too afraid to leave and forge ahead. Curiously, no one seems to recall his own memories of his wife and son. He has set out to find them and reclaim his forgotten glory, and to answer their call of duty to restore the world to its once abundant nature. But will he? What does Kaoken look like physically?
So he is a large boy. He's 7'9" and 400 pounds at this age. He used to be a little bit stringier. He's got a grayish slate skin, kind of like a when you think of slate, like think kind of almost like chalkboard, where it's kind of like a little bit of a texture, but not super smooth. And then on top of that, from his previous years of fighting, he's got these silver scars where it almost looks like a granite marbling. Still doesn't have any hair, but he does have a beard, which is uncommon for Goliaths. And it is pure white, Santa white beard. He is mostly shirtless. Are we going from
Whatever.
like what is now right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's wearing normal, just like traveling pants, cloth pants. He's got some leather boots with some like metal bucklers on the fronts of them. But the most pronounced thing that he's wearing on his upper half is a really long haired piece of hide that doesn't look familiar. It looks like physical hair, like really coarse hair, like kind of like a hair mane from like a horse, but it is like all over the hide, like if it was a bunch of sewn.
It almost looks like a cape.
Yeah, like a cape, but it's like gorgeously curling.
Long silver locks.
Long silver locks. Yeah.
Nice. So Keoken's up generally before the sun because he works for the barley farm, harvesting the barley crops. Go ahead and make me either a nature or a survival check to pull the fully grown crops, miss the premature ones, any of the rotten ones, cut it out. Basically, just do your job.
Survival.
All right.
Does a 22 work?
Nope, not at all. In fact, you're too strong. You rip up all the crops and you die. Yeah. So he's got this this basket kind of on his back, and so what he's doing is he's pulling the crops up, cutting off like the rooted ends and stuffing them in the back as he's doing that. And each one kind of forms like a round half bale of this barley crop. And he takes it down, and this is like his morning, right? He's been doing this for the last couple of months, we'll say, at the longest, where that's also how you band them, and then there's your barley, and then you toss that out, and you're doing this. So go ahead and give me an athletics check to, at the end of your work morning, just before your lunch break, to
refresh this because I have not.
double tap it.
Oh no.
If you double tap the home button,
It'll pull up the bottom.
then you can swipe it up to send it away. And then but yeah, so you've made all these bales, and now when you do make this athletics check, it'll be to pick them up and stack them over by the tavern to prep them for being turned to ale.
Athletics. I just got rid of athletics, so we'll see.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Nani?
Repercussions.
I was like, almost like it's a
17.
foreshadowing. Perfect. That's good enough. That's good enough. Yeah. I mean, you're still able to heave these big motherfuckers up, and you're taking them by the 3 bundles. And right when you get done with just about the end of that, a somewhat familiar face, you've worked with them a couple of times, comes through, and let me see if I can do this. Please, can I do this? Copy. Let me see if I can put this up for Ricky. Ricky, if you're looking at the rip. No, alright. Well, here. Can I go like this? I cannot. Alright. We've instantly lost everything. Alright,
Everybody's dead. Campaign.
yeah. So here's this. Now, let me copying and paste. What am I pasting then? It's not this. Alright, well, Ricky can't see it, but
Oh, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
it kind of works. Down at the bottom, I can see it. Well, I guess because I'm looking at it from an angle.
Yeah, I can
Anyways.
see it all.
We
were like,
Yeah,
It'll
smart
work.
idea.
It'll fucking work. So you see this. You see this.
it's like a black hole.
You see this Khajiit, this Catman, in these almost like a light leather, sort of really old and tattered, almost combat armor, approaching from the road would be along the east side, and he would stand at attention and waiting for you to notice him. You kind of look over and he's okay, hello, it is time.
Side question.
Yeah.
Do people know that I am Keoken, or
Don't know.
I'm just some Goliath that's
Did you make up a name for yourself like you and Yomi were going to do before you guys approached?
Yeah. It's
It's Keno.
It's
Keo.
Knock it.
It's Masenko.
it's Masenko.
There you go.
My alias is Masenko.
Cool.
And
right now is just
I am going to do a different accent
going
for when
into
I
a
am
grave.
being Masenko.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
So he would approach and he'd say, Masenko, the lights were cast, and it is your duty to report for the watch today. if you could, finish up your work and go to the watch house.
All right.
Thank you. And he turns to and he turns to go into the tavern. Connor, a young man whose prominent parents have kept him cloistered from the world his entire life, living at the end of a lich's dungeon, under the artificial lights and with only a handful of constructs to call friend. Connor decides to take his destiny into his own hands and take to the surface. With the reluctant blessings of his parents, a talisman of unknown import, and an exuberant youthfulness, Connor looks to the road on a search for prestige and someone who can fill his butthole. What does Connor physically look like?
Connor stands at 6'6", weighs 207 pounds. Most of the mass being upper body strength and leg strength. His hair is white, but looked upon from an angle that light is reflecting off of. You can see like lavender tips, almost like as if they've been dyed, but it's a natural color. He has pale skin and his eyes glow like sapphires.
Sick. Nice. So, Connor, you're just getting up first thing in the morning. You're getting all your stuff ready, getting ready to do your work. And then the first thing to do with Cameron Chamberlain, who I wish that I could just cast this to the thing, but I can't without him not seeing it. It's kind of like a sun-kissed skin, like human man. He's got blonde hair, a little bit of a goatee scruff on the bottom of his chin. He's relatively young, not quite as young as you, but he is pretty young. But he does have these like pale gray, like light eyes, right? And you come out of your room or whatever, and he just kind of, hey, what's up, Connor? You ready to help me put these barrels up? You can see he's got several casks of ale that are ready to go up.
Yeah.
You're gonna help him take down the heavy oaken ones, put up the ones that are ready post fermentation.
Yeah, sure thing, boss. Yeah, I can do that right now.
All right, so roll me an athletics check. Please roll higher than a 7. It's elevator music. Josh has to have elevator music when he waits.
You piece of shit.
Hey, you rolled higher than a 7.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
He just got a bonus. All right. So, really, the only difference is that it takes a little more of Cameron than normal to help you, kind of.
I'm still groggy.
He's helping you at this point. Yeah. So he's helping you. You guys get all 6 of these barrels lifted up, and you're fucking pouring sweat already first thing in the morning. And he's like, hey, well, all right. He's like, well, I hope you have a good set lined up for tonight. And as soon as you're like doing this little small talk thing, you see this same as K.O. Kennedy, this tabaxi fella walks in, and he, hello, Connor. It would seem that you drew the short straw, and it is time for you to report for watch.
You got it. Let me grab my outfit. I'll be good to go.
Thank you.
Like 5 minutes, I'll be on ship.
Yes. Sick. Kexi. Having stumbled from her homeland in the Fae, Kexi came to the material plane with a hint of wonderment in her eye. Though she was expressly told to never cross over, since it wasn't her fault, she figured she might as well see what all the fuss is about. She quickly understood why she was warned against making the trip, though, and has searched high and low in the forests whenever she was given the opportunity, hoping to find a trail back home. What does Kexi look like?
Kexi is a female satyr of athletic build, with long, messy auburn hair, green eyes, and sun-kissed skin with freckles.
Awesome. So,
I wish.
Kexi's there and she's getting ready. You've got like this. You've got your You have like chain shirt and stuff on that you normally wear just for like you have to continue having your your nightly garb or what have you. Macy Abbott, the owner of the tavern, she calls up from like basically the way that the not the tavern, that the lumber mill works is that it's pretty much like it's a wood processing spot on stilts that has a couple of cranes that hang over this delta of the river. And so you're down on the ground, and your job, generally speaking, is to get the wood logs to be guided down this split and then prep them for picking before, the sawmill thing. So you're, Kexi, here comes the log haul down the river. Why don't you run over to the wall and turn it so that way we can grab the wood? Macy Evans like sitting there. She's like this fucking like. She's not a relatively large person, but she's just got these fucking huge arms that she's getting ready to like pull these cranes, and you can see she's like corded. It's fucked up how like brawny she is, but she has this like Midwestern like corn-fed fucking face on, just with this kind of dark like just above shoulder length hair, just to kind of keep it out of the way, and this fucking what are those called, the things, the hair
bonnet. Bandana.
It's not a bonnet. It's just like that little clip that just kind of goes over. It's like, yeah, that. She's got one of those just in her hair, and she's like ready for you to do this stuff. So go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, you're gonna be running along like these piles of lumber that are below the stilts to get over to where it's basically like a rudder. What do you got?
19 total.
Holy fuck. All right, yeah. So you're running over and you're kind of like jumping along all of these piles of what?
This is doing it. It's saying.
I don't think she has a roll 20 on.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's asking you if you are okay with the roll. Just continue to click OK, continue. I guess. Yeah, because it's for beyond 20.
Beyond.
But 20. Since there's no roll 20 up right now, it's like trying to send.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And so yeah, so you're jumping along these piles of lumber, and basically this giant rudder that's where this thing splits. It's currently shut, so the logs are going to go towards the other side and basically sent out of the town. So you run over to them, and then you're going to throw this thing over, and it just as you see like probably, I don't know, maybe half a dozen logs that are floating down from the loggers that adventured up towards the things. So you make your way back. Let's see. Go ahead and make me an athletics check to see if you can push these logs basically by like jumping and stomping on them to push them to the side to get them lined up. And she's calling it, make sure you get it in the center where the crane's gonna pick them perfect.
I got 22 total.
Fuck you. So, yeah, you do that. And I don't know if I'm articulating this stuff. It's basically like you do a jump and then you like kick them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To kind of like shove
My merful leap.
Yeah, exactly. To shove these logs under her. She grabs them and starts pulling them off. Okay, thanks. I think Carter's here for you, Kexi.
Okay, I'll be up in just a minute.
So you go up and he repeats the same thing, and it's your turn for the watch and to go to the thing.
Okay.
All right, Deus, the Paladin Knight of the Silver Templars, was on leave, eagerly waiting for the call to action. Always one hungry to fight the good fight for balance, when Deus happened upon the far-off town of Harthenville while wandering, he figured that this place was in need of someone who could be a champion. What does Deus look like?
He's a changeling, so he has white hair. He also has white eyes. He has his skin used to be alabaster, so it used to be really white. But since he's been out, it's gotten darker since.
Okay.
So he doesn't look like a ghost anymore. He's wearing chainmail that looks like it's been polished to hell. Like everything looks like it's silver. Like silver shined. And it's most likely not, because that'd be very expensive. He's also walking around with a shield that looks like a crescent moon and a long sword.
Nice. All right, so yeah, you would be at the watch tent already, and this would be pretty much before everybody else happened. Probably should have swapped that out. Carter had told you to prepare the group for a watch, to gather up stuff, talk to the various like the owners of these particular establishments, stuff like that, to gain like supplies for this run, because as everybody else knows, this is like a community deal, right? If everybody gives a little bit, then the people that we're going to send to protect us are going to be okay. Otherwise, lack of meat, lack of all that other stuff. So go ahead and give me a persuasion check to gain rations for the watch from the tavern owner, Cameron. You're the first one to die. Huh?
14.
Alright. So 14, yeah, that's great. You go to Cameron, he's like, hey, what's up, Dace? And you're kinda like doing like the I can't imagine that you're walking without having some sort of like, you have to be able to feel, since you are blind. You have to be able to know, I guess like walking along the roads and like asking people, hey, which way to the, you know what I mean? Like, point me in the direction of.
Would this be the first time he's done it?
Very possibly. I mean, you've been there a while, right? But like, I don't know that you would necessarily. Maybe. Yeah, you would have had previous times walking to the inn. I assume he has to eat somehow and probably enjoys a drink or two. Yeah, that's fine. So he's like, oh hey, Deus, how's it going? Yep, I've got your rations here. So what is that? 6, 3, 18 rations of, sorry, it's leftovers and hardtack, but it's better than nothing. So you get basically like this like bento box of fucking like dried meat, hardtack, nuts and grains, dried meat, hardtack, nuts and grains, nut broth, dried meat, hardtack, and you know that the nut broth is for Kaioken specifically.
Any oven bread?
Huh?
Any oven bread?
No, actually, just hardtack. Just like the ground up wheat and some flour, pressed and fired. And then snap it off and you'll be dehydrated.
Hydrate it in your mouth.
Yeah. So the next one that you're going to end up doing is you're going to go, so if you're in like the southeast where the watchtower or the watch tent is, you're basically going up to the northwest and then back down and around. So, the next one, go ahead and give me another persuasion check as you go to the lumber mill to get fire starting equipment for your tinderboxes. Otherwise,
21.
fucking see, this is exactly why I'm so happy that we did all those combats, so I know the limits. So yeah, you go down there and Macy Abbott's over there. She's like, oh sure, yeah, we've got a few sticks of this and that you can take from over there. And then she's here like, I don't know why, that was kind of slightly Irish at the end. But at the bottom of this platform, she kind of directs you just like 12 steps down, turn left, take 3 more steps, and it'll be right at your feet. And so you see it's like these like 6 different bundles of wood. So there's 6 tinder boxes that you're getting ready for, one for each person on watch. And then the last one is you've got to go to the ranch to get some like leathers and sleeping bags. Basically, otherwise you won't really be able to have a place to sleep because, as you know, the watch usually takes around 3 days or so for you to complete one full circuit around. So give me one final persuasion DC.
9.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so you approach, and Duncan Boudreau, you don't really know you wouldn't know what a Goliath looks like. You just know this dude sounds huge with a deep voice that's kind of gruff.
I mean, I know exactly what it looked like if it was 10 feet.
You wouldn't know exactly what he looked like. You're not like Daredevil, right? You can detect things that are moving, things that are incoming. You can detect motions and movements and air currents and stuff. You don't have unless you're doing nearsighted, not total blind. If you're just severely nearsighted, that's one thing. But if you're completely blinded, there's no you don't have echolocation, right? but you have enough to not hinder you in combat.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
All right, sweet. So, yeah, you hear this. You hear Duncan, who is familiar to you. He'd be like, "Oh, hey, well, unfortunately, there, Deus, just don't have the cows to give up for the sleeping bags. But, I believe in you, and that's all that matters." And then he walks away from you, because that's his personality. You would know it's not him just being an ass, like, out of context. Yeah, he's usually just incredibly dry and straightforward, and then he's back to work. So, with that ready, any bedrolls that you guys have in your inventory, take out. But you do have 3 days worth of rations, so adjust those accordingly. And then you do have your fire stores and kindling. But as you bring all that stuff back, boom, biddy bop bop bow bow. That then is Deus's part. Zixies. Robo.
Yes.
Zixies. The living toolkit. Unearthed himself from the depths of a forgotten civilization an age ago. With no directive from his master, he wandered the land, in particular the Glasslands deserts, searching for life to begin his work anew. He happened upon Harthenville, who gladly took him in for his his limitless usefulness. Zixies, what do you look like?
So my body is comprised of like a dark metal. It almost has like a purple hue to it. And I'm about 6'5", weigh 300 pounds. And my head kind of looks like a fishbowl.
Is it just a big clear orb? Are you Mysterio?
Which
Holy
Mysterio?
shit. He's the big
So,
Joe Mysterio, of course.
It's almost as if like my we're not as if it is my body is housing like my essence basically. So
Oh, sick. Okay.
but so from the cracks of my armor as well as my head, you can see this like aura, and that's actually my essence shining through. So I don't necessarily have like facial features or anything like that, and I also have like a tag of cloak on. But my shape is essentially like a middle-aged man.
Fuck you. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
trying to think this through. So you're basically like a suit of armor with a fishbowl on top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. That's what I had in my head. But I'm like, wait, when you say your shape is that of a middle-aged man, I'm like,
Beer belly.
facially,
No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
No,
like
like Iron Man. Essentially, like it's in the shape of a man.
of an adult, like a grown up.
Yeah,
So,
it's
I gotcha. Holy shit. And then you worked.
What
at,
color?
Yeah, right. What color Iron Man?
Yeah, what color Iron Man?
What
Well, fuck Iron Man to begin with, but
you work at the not the
Lumber.
tavern, at the lumber mill, right?
yeah.
Holy shit, that changes things of what I was gonna have you do. Yeah, so alright, so Marcy Abbott, she's looking at you and she's like always kind of taken aback, but she's friendly about it, right? It's like a wonder what the ghost in a bowl's gonna do today, right? But she's always been pretty kind to you. And so like ghost in a bowl, right? Yeah. And so you see her sitting there and she's got you like churning this this gear, right? Which is of course spinning a larger gear, which is spinning a larger gear, proportional power. It's spinning a saw blade that's literally milling these things in half. and you're not getting tired because you're used to this because it's all just mechanical energy, right? And all of a sudden you see her like notice you, like you notice her noticing you, like a what the fuck, and then maybe she pushes like the log too close, and it gets stuck, and you see a couple of belts and shit just like ping fly off, and one of these cogs breaks, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, Zixies, you mind doing your thing?" And she's asking you to repair the busted cog and ripped belt that is this like belt-driven saw. So, you have a choice of either leatherwork tools for the belt, carpenter tools, or and those basically it's a intelligence check with your proficiency or without, because I don't know if you have leatherwork tools as proficiency. I don't think so.
I not leatherwork. I have carpenters.
Perfect. So if you want to go ahead and roll a d20, add your proficiency, and do it at advantage with your intelligence modifier as well. So, sorry, you can just make an intelligence check and then add your proficiency. That's probably a much easier way to say that. I think.
Intelligence check?
Yeah, intelligence check, and then add your proficiency bonus. Just tell me what it is, since tool checks are like that.
Yeah.
2544.
No, 2544.
He said 2554.
Oh.
You said yeah.
Yeah.
Intelligence check plus. Oh fuck. Okay. 22. You don't even have to roll for the advantage fucking check, because that, yeah. So you're looking at this cog, and this thing, basically what happened is from everything stopping, this one cog that's like right in the center has to be taken apart and either have a new one milled or it has to be repaired. And repairing it would mean like putting it together and like basically splicing it with like nails driven or what have you. Looking at this thing, you figure you could probably take an hour or so to actually like mill a new one out of like one of these fucking what are they called, rounds or flats? You know, like a tree trunk cut in half. It's about 6 inches or whatever. You could probably mill a new cog and then set that in about an hour and a half if you really wanted to with your carpentry tools. Would you rather do that, or would you rather try to repair the damaged cog? Which might take less time. But
I would. What would I need to roll to see?
Either one's going to be a carpentry check. One's going to be harder than the other. And I won't tell you which one because that's more fun.
Okay. I would see if I can repair it.
All right. Go ahead and do the same roll. No, actually, sorry. Give me a dexterity check. No, it would be the same roll. Yeah, give me the same roll.
Okay.
Because it's more about your knowledge of. Yeah, all right, fine, fuck you. That was the harder one. He still blew right past it. Okay. Yeah. So you look at this thing, you get it together. You set these fucking basically like wood biscuits across it, and you basically do like a wooden stitch. Nail. Pop it back on, start going, and you know instinctively that, yeah, this will hold for a good long while, most likely, but it's not a permanent fix, and it should be replaced by the end of the day, or at the end of the workday. But it's at that point where you're like, oh, I think that Catman's back for you there. Zixies, I think Carter's here to see you. And it's at that point you would see same Catman comes up to you. Hey, you short straw, watch, tent, go. He's not exacerbated by that, but there's only so many different ways I can make it interesting. All right. So then you make your way over there. Now, Zenku. My oh my, has this been fun? This has been so fun, in fact, that I forgot to write an intro for your character. Now, this is easy to do, because why in the fuck is Zenku on the fucking planet? How did he get here?
No,
We're flushing it out now.
I did put it in there. It's in there.
Today.
I
Can't.
didn't say when.
Yeah. So, how did Zenku get here? You can give me like the cliff notes of it if you don't want to have particulars, and that is also just fine.
I'll get one of those back.
Would you rather just take the ottoman out and tell Goose to fuck off, kick rocks? Now that you don't have Cassie there?
No, I can just switch it so Goose can lay on
Sure.
this one. And then
Yeah, let's do
I'll
that.
sit there.
Slide puzzle time. Have you figured it out?
Oh yeah, I already have it all.
Go for tits. What was it? What was the catalytic event that caused Zenku to be on the material plane?
Careful, that one scratches.
It does very much so. Very deep.
Let me talk to you really quick.
Ah, damn it! No secrets.
So can't be any secrets.
As long as look, if you have ulterior motives as far as the group is concerned, you can. Those will play out in roleplay. You don't have to like discuss
It's
that.
really, really scratching the floor.
Oh.
Like, I just-
But
Oh, you dumb dog.
pull that one. Whoa! Hiya!
I'm not gonna say anything until the refund.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I told you.
that really scratched the floor.
It's okay. We're getting new floors. That's something.
Anthony's installing.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Really disrespectful.
Come on.
So
Up. You lay this.
now, Zenku is on the run, or is he just exploring? Is he on a conquest?
So, Zenku, from a different plane altogether,
Mhm.
planet so to speak, grew up, warrior tribe, very strong, very competitive.
Mhm.
He takes pride in knowing that he is the strongest, he is the best. No one can beat him.
All right.
Now, things led to another, some things happened, cataclysmic maybe,
Sure.
and he was teleported from where he was to a world he knows nothing about,
Perfect.
right? All you do need to know is that he has one goal. His goal is to go back to where he came from. He needs to go back.
Just like
wants
he
to go
ought
back.
to. Perfect.
Exactly.
All right. What does he look like physically?
Do we all know the celebrated actor Jaimon Hosu? That black guy.
Yes.
From, there you go.
Yes, Blood Diamond.
Exactly. Great movie.
Black dude from Blood Diamond. Amistad.
Kind of like that. Cut green.
Yeah.
I mean Piccolo green.
Like Piccolo Green, yeah. Holy shit.
Forehead, temple.
Yeah.
Instead of like antenna, you're gonna see like two horn-like things. Those are actually feelers.
Oh, gross.
Not too bulky, kind of cut. He's wearing basically kind of like monk clothing,
Mm-hmm.
black with some gold lining. He has
Sick.
beads around his neck.
I like it.
They're very black. They're very dull. They almost look like they haven't been taken care of. They're all a little cracked in a few beads as well.
All right.
Almost worn out. Very mean looking face. Like he looks very alien. He looks very. He looks like he'll kill you.
Oh, good.
Doesn't have a very friendly face.
Which he obviously only does that because it's
Exactly.
resting dick face, and he's actually the sweetest guy that anybody's ever met.
We
Perfect.
will see.
That is fucking banana hammocks. So, you work lumber mill also, right?
Yes.
Sick. Well, fine. Let's do that. So, Zixies gets called away, right? We need somebody else to roll with the fucking saw. Alright. I need you to make me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
As you start going, and now Zixies has been like primarily like mechanical, where it's like all of his strength is going into this, and he does this, and he can slow it down and whatnot, almost like a motor. You, on the other hand, you're usually like, we're rolling over logs, we're getting them set, we're pulling them through, so on and so forth. But now it's your turn to be over the barrel, so to speak, right? What did you roll?
12 total.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, so you go like this, shit starts getting away from you because it's gaining momentum, and then it's gotten to that thing where it's like a bicycle-like thing where it's like going and going. You're like, oh shit! And you don't let go, so it pulls you over and you go flying. So the acrobatics check is for you to like land on your feet, turn around, and now this thing, it's this heavy metal blade is just in basically free spin on this thing. And Marcy is up there like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be controlling, as she, like the wood goes forward and takes her with. One more acrobatics check to see if you can get up and get to her.
23 total.
So you're able to just nimbly, like, so this thing is like, basically there's a step that goes up, there's a landing, and then a step that turns 90 and goes up. You're able to clear right up to there. Would you like to save her or not?
I'll save her.
Oh yeah, yeah, good. That was, alright. So yeah, you run up, and you just, hiya! And you like kick her backwards. So she's like, whoa! You know, like sometimes wood just kind of like pulls in with the saw blade.
I would like to point out that the way I save her is not heroically. It's not like, oh, let me save you. It's more like kind of like a nuisance. Kind of like, oh, Jesus Christ, I have to fucking save this person.
Yeah, so you're just like, God damn it. You Sparta kick her just like in the split second before she's gonna like basically just get pulled through with the fucking wood.
Yeah.
On like her sleeve or something, you know what I mean? Insert reason why she's going in as well. Oh my God, you saved me. You're my hero. And you're something hot to look at, too.
Jesus.
And she kind of winks at you. She kind of winks at you. She's like, not seeing many of your folk here. And it's at that point that you hear, hey. Like,
That's my future wife right
Zen,
there.
you are also supposed to be in watch. I thought I told you already. And it's Carter, like, getting you to, like, go. He's like, you can tell he's kind of exacerbated. Like, maybe he told you and you just weren't paying attention because he's a cat man and you really don't care about him at all.
Oh, you know you were.
But he looks kind of irritated with you for not going with.
So, like I said, my face, the expression I give is kind of always the same.
Yeah.
Scowling, kind of like, just like I'm always annoyed.
Oh, yeah.
When he tells me that,
Yeah.
it makes it kind of like a meaner, like more annoyed.
Yeah.
So he can probably tell, like,
you get
that.
the manky, the fucking angry bulls.
Jesus.
The bang bulls. Yeah, I got you.
Maybe not that far, but he would probably tell that I did find it annoying that he had to tell
Oh,
me.
yeah. And he, definitely reinforces that. That's pretty much it. He's like, well, go, report for duty, or you can get out. And then...
And I just, don't even say a fucking word.
And then you go.
And that's that.
Alright, cool. So now the session can begin. Now is the watch. So you all are basically told... Ooh, did I ever put that one up there? So you guys are all told about... I did. Hayya! Khamsala! You guys are all told that this is a very poor representation. I should have added more woods. Basically, the watch is a 3-day tour essentially around the town. So the town has been cleared. Like all of the trees that used to be in the woods that ran across this river area have been cleared out just by logging and so on and so forth. So it's pretty much completely clear for a few miles either way. Being down here, the horizon line on one side to the east, you just see pretty much like rolling plains all the way through the horizon line. You don't really see much because the mountains are to your south and to your north, and those are like pretty drastic. They go from like the few miles away from from this township, and then just immediately begin jutting up these jagged crags either way. And then to your west, it goes out not to your horizon line, but it goes out quite far, just about to the horizon line before you actually hit like forest, right? So you can tell that this has survived long enough to just completely decimate the entire forest either way. Now, I am going to need somebody to roll me a d12.
Okay.
Bruno.
I can do it.
Just know that if you roll an 11 or a 12, you will be in a random encounter when the time comes.
Okay, let's do it. And
Big money!
No.
Six. All right, yeah, perfect. So, you all are told the route that you're supposed to go. So you're supposed to go basically clockwise. Make sure all of the normal paths that are taken. There's kind of a road that goes east. There's kind of a road that goes west. Make sure that those are clear of any detritus, any sort of like muck-ups because there is the occasional caravan driver that comes up. And then to keep out for any like animal activity, anything that's going to be like, bears, boars, fucking anything that could potentially be a predator for the loggers that are going to be coming home. Also, just in passing, and this is like about as much as you guys usually get, just before you guys depart, you see, I'm just going to show you guys, and sorry, Ricky, you see this gal. Can I? I can't. Let's see. This gal.
Ooh, you did it.
Margaret. She's wearing these black robes. She has like kind of a bluer. She has kind of like a bluer, like not leather, but it's almost like a padding across her torso that her robes come underneath. And she does have this necklace with a symbol of a trident that's upside down, kind of like the Maserati symbol, right? You all would know her as the local Black Veil Enforcer. She comes up, she's like, "Hi everybody, just wanted to let you know, don't forget, make note of any odd magical findings, let me know when you come back. If anybody develops magical abilities on the way out there, on the way back, please let me know. We would love to have you guys come on the team, and I would hate to find out what would happen if potentially somebody was hiding their magical abilities from us. Anyways, you guys are doing great. Thanks for doing the good work. Don't forget, can't stress this enough, if anybody sees anybody else using magic, please, 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 don't do anything about it. Observe and report. Everybody all together now. 1, 2, 3. Observe and report. All right, excellent. Thank you guys. And yeah, this is something that you guys have done at least more than a couple of times because she tries to be like this fucking like church counselor. Yeah, like yeah, where she's like, hey, but she's always been nice to like literally everybody, right? She's been a little weird with Zixis because she's like, so what's your deal? You know what I mean? Like, are you magic or but mostly she's pretty much just sort of like resigned to like, oh, it's like a ghost possession, and that can't be bad, right? Like he's clearly shown us that he's okay. But so she stops by, talks to you guys, and then you guys are on your way. Now I am going to need. Who's got pizza? Let's see here. I am going to need my notes. Reference material, player characters. Hiya. All right. Literally, there's no way that just Connor. Oh, okay, this is all of them. All right. Either Zenku, Kaioken, or Connor.
Yep.
Please. Make me a survival check.
I can do that.
I'm pretty good out in the wilderness, so
all right.
I could probably take this one. I haven't done it.
Nah. Yeah, big guy, I got it. Don't worry.
All right, show me what you got, young buck.
I got a 24.
I got a 7.
That's pretty good.
Perfect. So Connor, you like read the map. It's not like a map, right? But it's like a rough drawing. I mean, you could compare it to like a drawing in the dirt, right?
Yeah.
It really isn't much, but it was like it was Carter going, okay, when you go out, because we have to do this every single time you go here, roughly half a day, and then he's showing you the pacing and all of that, so on and so forth. And so Connor was paying attention. Everybody else is like, yeah, we've been through this already. Jesus Christ, magic will solve all of our problems. And so, that being said, where Zenku's like, I don't need to watch this shit. I don't need to know this. I just need to know how I'm going to get back home. Connor's like, guys, this is the way we're supposed to go. He's like, who was it? Zukowski from Tropic Thunder, like the nerdy dude who was
God.
Connor's like, yeah, guys, I totally read the material. Did you guys read the material? And Zenku's like,
have you guys?
Zenku's like, I don't read the script. Script reads me.
I'm Ben Stiller.
You're Robert Downey Jr. in this instance, and Kaioken's like, Kaioken, if we're following the same analogy, Kaioken is definitely Tugman. He's just like, hey, look, we're gonna be fine. We'll get through this. There might even be like an award at the end of it. Like, we got this. It's totally fine. The kind of confidence that only like a seasoned adventurer could possibly have. But yeah, you guys get through like basically the first day. You guys leave right about 10 o'clock, noonish. You guys are traveling for the first day, and there is a spot where you guys normally would stop. As you can tell, this because it's like the best place, hidden away from everybody. It's a spot for a campfire. It's a spot for this and that. Who wants to build the fire? Deus is building the fire. Who wants to? You guys don't have bedrolls.
Can I look for, depending on the environment, can I do like, I'm thinking of like pine beds, like low cut limbs, and then point them all in one direction for like padding, and then if we have any sort of like canvas cloths to just roll that over, and then we'll have to figure out shelter if it rains.
So we're going to then go skill challenge, right? So
It's a cultural stay.
exactly. So here's what we're gonna do. So you guys are going to have to do basically 3 successful skill checks before you get 3 failed skill checks. Now, you can do things that you are proficient in. You cannot spam A repeatedly. So after you do one, you can't just do the same thing over again. Please come up with reasons to justify. For instance, Kaioken wants to try to find low-hanging pines that he can make some bedding with. So that would be like a nature check. To see, okay, well, these pines are roughly going to be this. And then we're going to walk over here, and then, oh, look, there's pines that are young enough to where the branches are going to be low enough. Cool, can do that. Or he can say, hey, can I do survival to try to check moss? Knowing that moss always grows on the north side, could probably dry it out to make a little bit of insulation between whatever, yada, yada. That's just an idea, right? So if he does that and goes, and I say, yeah, sure, survival check it is, go for it. And then he rolls that, he can't then on his next turn go, can I use a survival check so that way I can do this other thing that requires survival?
I see.
But you can't attempt anything else that you're proficient with, which everybody here is proficient in like at least 3 things. So
when the circle is black, does that mean that you're proficient in it?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So let's do this. Everybody roll an initiative. We are going to track this. This way, it's nice and in the way. If you have an idea of what you already want to do the thing that you already want to do. I mean, be ready to do the thing that you want to do. Yeah.
I already did mine. I'm ready for next one.
Nice. Boy, there's my goddamn notepad. Alright, there's my notes. My sticky notes. I love sticky notes. Okay. Hiya. Huh?
It's a
It's
baby
the,
wonder.
There's a TV going, so. What is all this acrobatics and animal handling? What the fuck happened? Alright, so I see Kaoken's got a 13. Kexy's got a 7. Jesus fucking Christ. Zenku's got a 10. Fucking Deus. Did you roll initiative?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
9.
9. Why did it not show up in the game log?
9.
Days. 9. So Kexy, and I'm mixing Zixie's rolled what? 23. Fuck off. Jesus Christ, dude. What in the actual hell? For an initiative? You're blowing all your load now? Alright, so is that who am I missing? Connor.
I don't fuck around.
Okay, so. Kexy, what is your dexterity?
My dex is a +3.
What's your dex?
Say now.
Yeah. What's your dex? What'd you say, Kyle?
You say now.
13.
No.
So +1.
+1. Okay, so Kexy goes before Connor. 1 sec here.
Don't shoot him in the fucking eye.
Shoot me in the fucking eye.
Okay. 1 is fine. 2 is too much.
Alright.
Let me get my laser pointer first, guys. Come on.
I mean, give me
Or
some
waste
fucking
of-
LASIK.
375.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Zixies, you are up. What is it that you are going to do that is going to contribute to this nighttime camping situation?
I want to try to do like. Can I do like an investigation check to try to see if I can see like any sort of natural coverage?
So within this like generalized campfire area, you want to see if you can like kind of go, what's going to be the best spot for this blah blah blah.
Yeah, the best spot for us to build out to like take less time.
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
Hit that shit, baby. 20-3. Yeah, I'll say. You find a spot where there's like one tree just been like knocked over. It's not like suspicious or anything like that, but it's just like an old tree that's kind of like formed a actual lean-to that's right on the edge of like this kind of clearing. It's less a clearing and more just like a slightly bigger gap between some trees, but one of them, boom, there's a lean-to that could be used potentially if you're doing like pine or whatever to try to like make some sort of housing. Sick. That is 1 success, 0 fails. Next up is going to be Zenku. How will you contribute to the group? Utilizing only skills that you have proficiency in.
I mean, Zenko right now doesn't really want to do much, so he just wants to. That's the face.
Yeah.
Stand
Easy
watch.
shit.
Perfect.
Just simply
Yeah,
stand
Overwatch.
watch.
That's
Just-
actually great.
just
Yeah,
in
he's
case
gonna
some-
stand. Okay, so you're actually going to watch, like, take guard.
Yep.
Okay, good. Because otherwise, I was gonna say, so you willingly fail. Perfect. if he's not gonna be contributing, then he's not gonna be helping the skill challenge. Perfect. So yeah, give me that perception check to see this one wild boar that's gonna come through and try to take people out.
Think more like raccoons, foxes, wily.
A werebear drops out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
And it fucking carves your scalp off. All right, so you're looking around. You're like, all right, there's got to be some danger coming from somewhere because this place fucking sucks. So why not? We'll find out. But for now, we will call that a failure. No, we'll call it a success for now. All right, next up is going to be Doozy. Doozy, how would you like to contribute to the group?
Start the fire, and he was gonna ask if someone to go hunt.
Gotcha. So, fire. Out of your proficient...
Is a tinderbox. I don't know what. Would be just tools.
What skills or what tools are you proficient with?
I I know it's like a flute.
Well, I'll tell you what. You could play the skin flute pretty well. No, I'm kidding. All right. So you don't really have anything that could help you in this particular thing, right?
You're supposed to pick things we're proficient in.
Which is why I was gonna say.
So could I just light the fire and not have that be one of my things? I just light the fire.
Do you have a spell that can light a fire?
I have a tinderbox.
How about this? Roll me an athletics check. We'll make starting the fire the thing.
What are you looking
You gotta
for?
fucking do the old bowstring fucking
There's like
fire
a
starter.
magnesium. I don't want to do it, man. I don't
What
wanna
is
do
it?
Where is the bottle?
Give me your bottle opener. Let me see if I.
It was just a piece of metal. It was a leather, like a.
You want a bottle opener?
Yeah, he's got a bottle.
We have one.
I just did the whole little pop trick.
I wouldn't do it.
I don't know the
No,
bottle.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
use that.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Alright,
Don't
give
do
me a
that.
sec here.
Don't break it.
Take a look at your.
16.
Alright, yes, that is. You fucking go ham on.
Awesome.
Oh, damn sure ain't there. Ah!
Pew, 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 pew. Snipers!
I'm doing great for you.
I think it's
right?
over there. No, wait, it's over there.
Wait, right there.
Wait, I see it.
Here's right there.
I see it right there.
Probably right there. It might be right there. I think
It's
it's right
in
there.
the
actually.
Keurig.
I think it's right there.
Power.
It's in the broken bottle.
It's right in. It's right in.
It's right in there in the butthole. It's in the hole in the butt. He keisters it.
I don't drink.
Bruno, the last time these guys drank is probably when we were doing Anthony's
I don't think we
campaign.
have one anymore.
We do. I know we do. I'm actually absolutely certain we do.
Usually wine bottle openers have them if it's a.
We don't have one bottle opener anymore.
Oh dear, do we need to make an emergency budget
certain
safely?
we do.
Good
Because
luck.
we've got some fucking olive oil that has a fucking cork that I pulled.
Alright, give me that fucking bottle.
Give me
Yeah,
the
just
fucking
use,
bottle.
I won't break it. Yeah, that's what I did last time, and it broke the fucking glass
Let's
off.
give it a try.
I think what happened is I went underneath the glass itself.
So,
Oh.
I mean, just any type of pressure, just
Yeah.
squeaking it up.
good enough.
Squirt.
So, the athletics check. Yes, you started the kindling, and then you ran over and you picked up like bundles of branches and shit. Because you guys got tinder boxes, right? But it wasn't like that's not enough to make a fire. You know, what I mean? That's enough to make an ember of hope. So it's enough to make a smolder, right? And so you then. I gotta find it. All right. I found some wood. So you get the fire
I
going.
want to hold up a ration. And I'm gonna say, should save for emergencies. Can
I'll eat when I'm
someone-
hungry.
None?
6. All right.
Well, I stopped.
So,
So persuasion to ask someone to hunt.
well, I'm not gonna make you like roll persuasion to like force people to
How
do
many
something.
turns are you getting?
But
What?
your
You said
skill,
3 things.
so your skill check was starting the fire.
Oh,
Which-
I thought we were doing 3 skill checks.
No. The group gets a chance to do 3 successes before the group accumulates.
Oh, I thought
3
you said
things.
each one of us. I was
No,
like,
no,
fuck,
no,
I can't
no,
think of
no.
these.
Yeah. So, that would be 3 potential successes right out the gate. You did it! Success.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking rolling high. Alright, now. Nightfall. Are we doing this in 2 watches or 3?
I'll take second watch.
Well, we don't know things about other characters, so I would say 2.
Are we doing this in 2 watches or 3? That's up to you guys to decide. Please, talk amongst yourselves.
Zenku is doing the first watch, right?
You would obviously, I don't wear
Zenku's doing
armor.
the first watch, right? Because he's not here to say no?
I don't
No,
wear
because I know he's doing the
I
watch.
don't wear
so-
armor, so I don't have to take it off or put it on. So
Ooh, look at me. Oh.
I mean, my guy would just want to take the watch from the moon's brightest.
So,
But I would say 2, I guess.
So
My
and
guy
that's four-hour
doesn't. My
shift.
guy doesn't sleep.
That's what we don't know that he's a we assume he's a robot, but
hey, Fishbowl. My name's Masenko. Do you get tired often, or you just, wink out? You turn off like a.
Sucking dick.
What's his name?
Masenko.
Masenko. That sounds like a fake name.
No.
Masenko sounds like my bad roleplay.
Zenku, you're doing first watch, right?
so do you? What I'm asking is, do you blink out? I'm trying to figure out like if you sleep or not. I know as a player, you probably don't because you are a different race than I am. But I'm narratively just trying to put the air in the audience so everyone knows. Or you can lie and you could probably do a deception and it will pass because I do not have a good insight. If you want to do
I
that.
don't think anyone ever knows how this Zixie over there works. I don't think
Why doesn't he have that accent?
Zixie, I don't think you ever told anyone about how you work. You just work. Don't worry, Masenko. He's a cool guy. Me and him hang out a few times.
Well,
Don't drink those. Kind of weird.
If you trust him, I'll trust him. But I just need to know for tonight because we're trying to get watch, and if he can stay up all night, then that lets more people rest.
That's right. That's fair. That's fair.
I didn't see him eat.
From
I don't
New
even
York.
All right, listen. Don't make fun of me just because I said
What's in New York?
Right.
You're the one who chose this fucking accent.
No,
Yeah,
I don't sleep.
But I do.
Zixie, if you want to, watch both watches, and then I'm thinking maybe Zenku here, a good friend. I believe he can watch the first watch. I can get the second one.
You guys are doing 2 watches then?
Do not call me your friend.
Hey, don't worry. You got this. I believe in you. You're gonna be the best. I can tell it.
Zenko sighs. Just gets like a very strong. He just doesn't say another fucking word.
Alright, so the time for discussion is now come to an end.
Who?
Who is taking first watch?
Well, aren't we supposed to have our designated person tell what we're all doing? Remember our
Margaret
roles?
Thatcher.
Who is the caller?
I believe that Zenko should just go ahead and give first watch.
What does the group feel, group caller?
I'll shoot you with something.
If only you could. Unfortunately, you are merely PC. I am everything else.
Okay, well, that's fine. So, does anyone have any objections on Zenku taking first watch?
Well, usually 2 people go at once.
Yeah, I think that's safer.
Okay.
So
They don't have to.
I think that they
one
should.
person.
You can't have one person. How many of us were there again? Just 3, I believe?
There's 6 of you.
Oh, 6 of us.
Yeah,
Currently.
we're all there.
Recommend eating.
I'll take
Why don't
all
you
the
eat?
watches.
That's a good point.
Okay, then maybe we'll take her idea and say, okay, have 2
What
people
time
take
is it
watch.
right now? Is it dusk?
It's
Or-
dusk.
Okay.
You guys can eat during your watches too. That's totally fine. As long as whoever's keeping track of
How about
rations.
this?
I don't
One
eat
day's
either.
ration.
Okay.
You can mark off.
How about Zenku asks
I think they'll take it more seriously when I'm starving.
Zixis to take watch with him?
I think Margaret told me your name was Deuce.
Yes.
Dude.
If we ration tonight from our travel, I can maybe find us some game in the morning. That'll be my job.
rationing tonight is our food.
Yes.
That's
We
5.
need rations.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yes.
Okay. So apparently some of you are gonna eat. And you're Kixer.
So, caller,
Okay.
who is taking first watch?
So 2 of us are gonna take first watch.
2 of you being
volunteer
who?
as tribute for one of the watches.
Zenku
Tribute?
will take first watch.
I like doing
Mr.
the
Payne
morning
is
watch.
Connor actually volunteered before anyone else.
I know a guy.
While all of you were fucking figuring out,
He's
do we want to
probably
eat
listening.
barbecue or do we want to eat sushi?
So,
He volunteered to take watch with Zenku.
Zenku and Connor are taking
Yes.
first watch.
Yes.
No. You were taking first watch.
Yeah.
Zixi.
Zixi.
Okay.
Zixi is
So,
watching
Trixie, would you
all
like
night.
to take watch with me then?
Zixi is watching all night.
Because you're a fucking robot.
He doesn't
and,
need
you
to
know,
sleep.
fuck it.
He doesn't need to
So
sleep.
Zixi's going to be awake for both watches.
Yes.
Zenku's going to be awake for first. Is anybody else going to be awake for first?
I believe Connor volunteered as well.
Okay, I
For
still
second.
don't fucking.
The second watch.
I'm just gonna do the morning watch because I like when
I'll
the
wake
forest
up
wakes up.
early and start hunting.
Here.
Oh, God help us all.
Okay.
Let's do 3 watches.
We're doing 3 watches then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Zixi's is taking all 3 watches. That's 1. Then, Zenku and Zixi's are taking first watch, right?
Yes.
And then Connor.
Connor and Zixi's are taking second watch.
Yeah.
Then Zixi's, Kaioken, and Kexi are taking third watch.
Well, Kaioken was gonna go.
He said he's waking up early. I assume you
Yeah,
want that to be
I'll
third
wake
watch.
up early and I'll go like scout around the perimeter.
Oh, perfect.
Like I'll start looking for game.
Yeah.
When the
Squirrels
fuck did he pull that out of his ass?
out of like
Hi.
any time. It's like a
This is my robot hand.
Oh,
What
God.
about John? Alright,
Jumbo,
now,
Jumbo, flashlight.
you all get your rations.
Call it nowadays.
Now, you all get your rations. People are just kind of munching on them. The shit tastes gross, but it's sustenance. Those of you not taking first watch, fall into a nice deep sleep.
this is nice and deep.
Extra deep. Balls
And-
deep, in
and-
fact.
And sleep.
Now, Zenku. Zixi's. Zixi's, make me a perception check. Zenku, you already did.
Perception?
Perception!
Perception.
Percepzione.
Good. Where... Wait.
Good.
Does Zenku have ears, or does he just have, like, ear holes?
Oh no, he has pointy
Pointy
elvish
long, yeah.
human ears.
Okay. So, with these oddly long, pointy, elvish human ears,
Uh-huh.
you failed to perceive what Zixi's was able to perceive just by like sentry moding, right? You hear off in the distance, just outside of the range of your guys' campfire, and suspiciously enough, any dark vision you might have. Okay. It's like, this is probably a couple of 100 feet away from the campfire to, let's call it the south. Excuse me. You hear a series of twigs and small branches snapping.
Okay.
Just a and it definitely sounds like it moves from one side and around. Unfortunately, you're not able to perceive who, only that something is happening. You guys want to do anything?
How far away is 6 inches away from me?
I assume you guys are probably pretty close.
Okay.
No, you guys are generally, stereotypically, around a campfire. A couple of 5-10 feet away from each other, just sort of staring at the fire, being awake.
No, and I can tell what direction this is coming from, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right behind you, but a couple 100 feet back.
As quietly as I can, I'm just kind of I hastily walk up to Zixi's and kind of just basically get his attention. Hey, behind me, that direction, I can't very well tell the precise location, yada, all that stuff, but telling, hey, that direction over there, I hear something.
So Zixis, he tells you what you found out before he does.
Hold on, he's thinking.
I'm trying to think of.
So you're looking at this fishbowl that has this swirling, colorful mass inside of it. And it's just swirling around, but nothing else is moving. As he contemplates what you're saying.
It just swirls as it swirls around in my face dome. You just see like three dots show up.
And installing updates.
It says
Just
red.
Latest one.
It
Typing.
switches to a circle. That's
Yeah.
Damn it!
No, it's somebody typing out something on my iPhone.
yeah.
It's the three sequential dots.
Oh god, it's worse with iPhones. It's downloading, then it's preparing, and it's installing, and then it's restarting.
That's exactly it.
Do this shit for a living.
Zen 2 explodes. Are you responding to that?
You said I heard twigs.
Yeah, you heard twigs and small branches snapping off a couple 100 feet, basically in front of you. If you're like, I assume that you're like opposite of the fire from Zenku, right? That way you can watch his 6 and he can watch yours. Behind his direction, you know that there is snapping of twigs and branches and such that is moving essentially like in an arcing path, like around your campfire to your left. But you can't see anybody.
Okay. So let him know that, and then do you think we should wake the others?
All I hear are noises. Are you able to tell anything else besides just twigs being broken?
Can I do
Could be a fucking fox for all we know.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Ding,
think.
ding, 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 ding. That's what you hear. Chop, 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 chop.
God. As I push a button on my head.
Goddamn.
Your audio
Is now safe to turn off your Windows device.
I will rip off his arm and turn it into a gun. I'll do it.
What do you want to do, Zixis?
Can I do a history check to see if there's like if I would remember like because you said we walked this path before. Could I do a history check to see if I would remember like if there's any like regular creatures and stuff around this area?
Or if anyone has told them, hey, be careful of the weird.
Yeah,
Sure.
Like anything that would have been known about this path that we're taking, maybe from like other people doing the walks and stuff.
Yeah. Go for tits.
Careful, man, guys here.
Careful, man bat is here.
Manflush?
Surprisingly enough, with the 22.
Damn.
I mean, you are able to expertly recall, like, let's see, the types of common things that would be walking around potentially. Like deer, boar.
At this hour. Like deer, boar, the occasional
Fucking like night bear. There's like tons of like fauna that would be like nocturnal. Also, there's tons of prey, like of like owl predators, shit like that. That would be potentially walking around. There's nothing like that screams like threat to all mankind. You know what I mean? In what you've been told. It's not like it's gonna be like like a fleece mane lion or anything like that.
Okay. Well, no,
it's a fleece mane lion jumps out.
So it's ragdolling Kaioken.
I quickly tell them, like, if it's something you believe that we can take care of our own, we can take it. If it's something you believe that we should alert everyone else, then we should wake them up. whoever's doing that, knock
You're just
it
gonna
off.
break my fucking camera, aren't you?
Probably.
Fuck.
He's like, let me just fuck this 4K camera. Nobody needs it. Just no. All right.
4K?
Now,
Okay.
what do we got? So yeah, you're not recalling
How
anything.
close is the threat now that they have been
Talking and recalling.
Yeah.
It has not gotten. It hasn't gotten any closer with the 17 perception check that you rolled before. It does sound like it's skirting around you guys. Whether or not it's going to get any closer or engage, you don't know at this particular instance. So what do you guys want to do?
So I can tell that it's skirting around, right? I can tell that.
You can't tell anything.
Okay.
Actually, it's only Zixie's that can do it because
Yeah.
you didn't quite pass the DC with your perception check that you made way back when.
So I would let him know, like, I can't tell what it is, but it's circling around us, so we need to stay alert in that area.
And then you point to the area where
Okay, so we just keep watching. Can I kind of like focus all of my inner strength and trying to like see if I can pinpoint also what I'm hearing, where it is, yada yada. So can I give it one more go?
I'll tell you what. Yes.
Yes,
down,
Dan.
That's a good dog.
Why?
Because it's easily distracted.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Go ahead and roll me another perception check as you try to.
Exactly.
Maybe the high blood pressure will increase your brain activity.
6 more veins pop in my forehead.
Uh-oh, he has a full-blown aneurysm. Is there a doctor in the house?
Holy
doctor.
shit! Nah. So 26 total.
Fuck yes.
All right.
Woo! First night of the campaign.
Fuck yes.
So
Nice.
my horns just glowing. That's what they look like.
Yeah, your horns emit a bright light that acts as like an advantage detector on any incoming. No. So after Zixie's goes that way, and he points over. As you swoop, how fucking stupid! Of course, it's like I can totally hear it.
Okay.
Now it's not getting any closer, but it is moving in a wide circle around your guys' camp.
Okay. Now, what else can I detect from this? So I can be able to kind of estimate it seems small. It's moving very skittishly. It's nothing. Just more like
The only thing that you're hearing is rhythmic branch snapping.
Okay. All right. For now, it may be a small animal. It may be something minor. We don't need to wake the rest of them. Let's just be extreme, as alert as we can. Let's wait it out. If it gets louder, if it really starts going our way, then use whatever fucking alarm you have inside your goddamn chest, and then wake everyone up.
So Zixie's and Zenku, are you guys going to go out and pursue it, or are you going to wait for it to come to you?
I'm going to stay where I am. I am suggesting he do the exact same.
What is Zixie's doing?
I want to see, can I do a stealth check to see if I can hide?
How are you going to hide next to the bright light source?
That's what I mean. I'm gonna stay within the same area, but I want to see if I can hide behind something so I'm not illuminated.
He's going to turn into
Let's
a
see.
can.
So you've got this sort of lean-to structure at the edge of this wooded kind of area, where you've got everybody kind of lined up like steerage underneath the lean-to area that you found that also was made into pine beds and so on and so forth. If you were to stealth, you would probably have to walk farther away from the campfire area. There's nothing in the immediate area that you would be able to hide next to other than laying down next to someone who's sleeping. You know what I mean? Because it's a clearing area for people to actually be able to lay down and rest.
Yeah. How far would I move away?
About 30 feet away, because your campfire is bright light, 15 feet away, and then 15 feet past that point is dim light, and then beyond that it's back to darkness.
Okay. So I think I would rather just keep my guard up, but stay in the same position.
Excellent. So you're going to stay in the ready position. So now you just hear it like kind of fade as it snap. A couple more snap, 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 snap. Whatever it was does not approach.
All right. I told him, okay.
And then a shadow descends. All right, so you guys are all done with your second or with your first watch. The second watch begin. So Zixie's, I assume, is there for the changing of the guard. Zenku, nap time, night night.
Sleep.
Connor, my man. Young, impressionable, still somehow tight butthole, Connor. You and Zixie's, taking watch.
Yes, sir.
Who wants to make me Deception check? Perception check.
Got it.
No, who?
I will.
Sure?
No. I'm not sure.
What is he doing?
Perception. One of these two are making a perception check.
Which among you have the better perception?
I'm also just totally monkeying around with you guys. Whoever wants to make the perception check. Or you both can do it, and we can make it a group check. It just means that the
Ricky,
number
are you
Like, that's a great way to do exercise.
the number has to get higher.
So you think Ricky should do it?
But you might ruin her, but then he
I'm saying Ricky
from
should also
phones.
roll, yes.
Oh, so
Like
both of you guys rolling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I?
Okay, so
Both
I
of you
think
guys
I
roll
will-
me perception.
go ahead and both of them roll it. Is I think.
You have to collectively get above an 85.
Ooh, that's
Oh, it was a fun game.
No.
2 20s. Yes, that'll do it.
A 6 and a 15.
That's a 21 total.
So Zixie's.
Did you roll, motherfucker?
Yeah.
It's not popping up and roll 20 for me.
It's
Is it
popping
because
up.
of
That's
my
why I said that.
It's maybe. Well, yes, that's exactly right. If you want to, just pull up your D&D Beyond game, like the game log should show.
I did.
Okay. So yeah, Connor rolled a 6 and you rolled a 15. Now it might just be because you were already on guard, but you hear snap, 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 snap. Connor doesn't hear it. You hear the same twig snapping and small branch snapping. Whatever it was, starting in the same exact spot and working in the same exact direction. Roughly about the same loudness. So you can imagine that it's the same exact distance, give or take.
Okay.
But Connor's just over there waxing his butthole. Everything about Connor is his butthole.
Wow. Wow.
No,
Okay.
like the
I guess
rest
I'm
of
the
us-
fucking factor in this
No.
relationship, but you
The
two
rest
are.
of us are sleeping.
Sure.
Is what I was implying.
So I would just let
no,
them
I meant
know.
him.
Like, oh,
Like-
yes, maybe.
Not sure if it's a creature, but there is something in that direction.
I mean, most girls like pegging. So.
Stay on guard, butthole waxer.
Got it, Zixie. You could just call me Connie, you know.
Why?
You got it, butthole waxer.
All right, Zixie. Tin can.
That's racist.
Zixie, power down now.
Beep,
You're
Bang, Zixie.
All right. So,
You call me a
what do you want to do, boys? You want to wait for this thing to come to you? You want to go to it?
I'm going to. Is Zixie currently watching me?
I don't know. Is he?
Zixie. I'm going to turn around and. Is Zixie currently watching Connor?
I don't think he has like a face. I think it's just
Yeah.
a swirling mass of.
You don't know.
Which
I'm
direction
just-
is your arms going?
Can we get blinders? So that way he's always.
It's a fucking post-it notes on the side of his mouth.
Left
Eyes
eye.
on.
It's just left eye here, right eye here.
You guys just like glue leaves to my head. So I don't have to.
It's just
I
blind.
I don't have
have
any
any
frills.
What are you guys doing, man?
No, I'm assuming that I was standing exactly where I was before, especially since the noise is coming from
How
the
far
same
up does
direction.
How far out
So,
does the campfire go?
I would be just standing there facing that direction. So depending on where he's standing would be if I was watching him or not.
I mean, I assume that it's pretty much Zixie's. I'm just assuming doesn't move, right? Like it's time for your watch, and then in the same exact spot as he was before.
Yeah.
So it's just like a different person.
I just hold up like a molly.
I'm just
looking in that direction.
it's one little fish ball on top of a perfectly.
It's
cute
just
little
my
ball.
head sticking out of just like up.
Excellent.
Waluigi.
Well-
I'm gonna turn around with my back facing Zixie, and pulling a torch out of my pack.
Perfect.
Going to cast light at the end of it, so it looks like there's actually like it's lit up,
Okay.
and then back to base.
Oh my god.
I'll beat your ass.
Oh my god.
Get the fuck out of here.
We're all dead.
Hold on.
Is Margaret with us?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how far of a light does the light spell cast? Is that 10 and then an additional 10, or is it like 5 and an additional 5?
You touch one object that is no larger than 10 foot in any dimension. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for another 20 feet.
So it's 40 feet. Okay.
Fuck.
Hold on a sec. There's
the
a
light
couple
can be
of.
colored as you like, completely covering the object with something opaque blocks the light.
What color do you want it to be?
I want it to be like normal reddish flames,
Okay, yeah. So like regular light or like reddish?
like regular.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
warm lighting.
I'm trying to make
Okay.
this. I'm trying to make this look like the fire itself.
Yeah. All right, now, this is the first instance of spellcasting in this campaign.
Mhm.
So, does that have a verbal component and a somatic component?
It has a material component
And that's it?
and a verbal component.
And that's it.
What do you say?
I say
Fling
back to
on.
base.
So it's literally
Yeah,
just
maybe.
verbal and material.
Yeah.
You just go light, right? So, when you cast a spell, it sounds like there are 2 or 3 different registers of your voice at once. As you go
Dude.
light, yeah, exactly. You go, kneel before me. Like,
Okay, well, this is
no, so
really fucking different because no one said this.
yes, I did.
No,
Actually,
you did not say.
I
hey,
did.
spellcasting is going to sound completely different than normal fucking language.
so when we were talking about the rule changes for spellcasting, I said we're not going to do the subtle spellcasting like a sorcerer can do, where they can ignore verbal and somatic, which means you have to have intent, move your
Yes.
fingers, and you have to project your voice, which is what I
remember
said.
this.
Which just means talking.
Which just means talking with intent while casting a spell. So,
None of us know how to
just
cast
hold
spells,
on.
so this is
I'm
how
not
spells
saying
work.
you're instantly
Yeah,
going
that's
to get a fireball on you. It's going to be okay, probably. But
Probably.
if you want to retcon this, you totally can.
I'm just gonna light the fucking torch now, Jesus.
With a regular thing?
Yeah, just
Alright.
fucking.
There you go.
Accusers.
Wait, hold on. With a spell or just with the damn fire?
With the
Please.
fire.
Thank you. Alright, so you're not casting a spell.
No.
Cool. So, none of that happens then.
Wasn't even a big deal.
It was a fever dream.
Dave
He doesn't.
wakes up and
Here's the
casts
thing.
light.
It's the anxiety of not knowing what's going to happen
No,
that's
it's
making
because
this seem like a bad idea.
you said-
Learn
you
on
said you
someone
have to
else's
project
expense.
intent.
Come on,
To
not
me, that
mine.
means talk like you mean to cast it.
Sure.
So going back, you beast.
Would
to
this
me-
have been the
but
first
then when
time?
you said-
Hold on. Would
when
this
you said
I
it sounds
see
more
that.
like Doom. That's completely different.
would this have been the first time Connor's cast magic period, since he came out of his family's
out of
thing,
the tomb, yeah.
then he would not know. He would be just as surprised as you when he goes to cast the spell and he's not in a magically enriched area like a lich's dungeon.
Laser draw?
Yeah. Said my
So if you want, this can be equally surprising to him. Now, I did give you a fair warning ahead of time.
Yep.
If you didn't ask the questions, I'm sorry that you didn't ask the questions. But you take a torch, you put it into the fire, and you bring it out.
Yeah.
Okay, you now have a torch. Would you like to go out into the forest? Or are you just going to wave it in front of you while you stand with the fire at your back?
I think I would look back at Zixie and draw a short sword and be like, "Stay here. If you hear me cry, wake up the others."
He's just gonna cry.
He's great, and then I'm just gonna go, well, I'm not crying.
As soon as he walks past the trees, you just hear. I don't know where the spears came from, but they came from somewhere. So you're going out into the darkness with your torch, with your short sword drawn.
I'm going to move up.
Shut up. So
it only goes for 60 fucking feet.
That's really good.
That's actually really fucking good.
That's really good.
So
with dark vision can't also
he said it was 100 feet of fucking weight.
I did say it was at least 100 feet away.
Okay.
All right.
What happens?
All right.
You're the beacon.
Yeah, right. You
So,
just move away
hold
from
on.
the campsite.
We're gonna go with Connor.
Okay.
Yes.
Connor,
Yeah.
make me a perception check.
Okay. Good so far. Shut the fuck up, the two of you.
Cool, I'm going to fucking drive home now. Fuck this shit. 10.
Dude, your nerves are getting to you. It's okay. It's fine.
No, it's
Look. I just need you to make a dexterity. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Look, all right. So you're out there. You're now by yourself. The campfire is you can't feel the heat from it. You can barely see the reflection on the trees that you're going past. You're getting about 60 feet away, 100 feet away. You hear to your left, about 30 feet. You look over, and there is a fucking coyote. Not a wolf, not a dire wolf, not a werewolf, a coyote. And it runs off.
Okay.
On a side note, I just found out dire wolves are real. That's still blowing me.
They're like wolves, but dire. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, they're extinct, but yeah.
But, you know.
They used to be.
But dire.
But they're dire.
Dire.
Yeah, you should see dire bears.
I mean, they throw in Truman South Park.
They're like
They're
bears,
but
but they're dire.
It's like Game of
What does that
Thrones.
mean?
They're about the same.
They're-
What does that mean?
They're guinea bears.
No, so here's the thing.
But
They-
dire
no. So they all stem from dire AIDS. It's like AIDS.
That's a
But
real
dire.
thing too.
Yeah.
But dire.
So, Connor, you see a coyote see you and you make eye contact, it sees you, you see it, and it goes and then like runs.
Yeah.
Right? Cutting back to Zixie. You suddenly hear off in the distance, roughly about the spot where Connor came. Or where Connor went. I assume that you turn around and reconvene.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think it would be waiting. Like, maybe.
I mean, I would still be just like standing there, not doing anything, because I don't hear him crying.
Yeah. You just hear him walk back. Alright. And then you guys reconvene at the campfire. That happens.
What'd you find?
Just a coyote. Nothing too big. See him all the time.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Sick. So now comes the impromptu third watch. Connor goes to bed. Kexi wakes up. Kaoken gets up and goes to go forage. You guys will have this like brief moment in between where it's like, hey, here's what happened. Possible. I don't know. You guys talking?
How long was each shift?
Huh?
How long was each shift? Good work.
Well, let's see. If you guys have to sleep for about an hour or about 8 hours, give or take, to get a full night's rest, break that up into 3. So 6 would be 2. Yeah, about 2.5 hours each. Watch, give or take.
Sounds good.
So this is like beginning to be early morning. Like the sky isn't black; it's now like that weird gray, like pre-dawn light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The sky's about to wake up.
Yeah, the sky is about to wake up with fire. All right, what do you guys want to? Zixies goes offline. Adios, turd nuggets.
Oh, sleep you, flesh buckets.
Oh,
Were there any bumps in the night while we were asleep?
Yeah, there was a coyote out and about. Be careful, might be coming back.
Where can you point me in this direction?
I'm gonna point to Kaoken, to where I was standing. Yeah, I skidded off about right over there. He ran off into the night.
What's everyone's dietary restrictions?
Restrictions.
Yeah,
I mean,
food.
I don't really care. I don't really care to eat meat, but I will if I have to.
Or I'll look for some other
If we get some extra rations of meat, I'll give us
nuts
some.
that can be juiced.
What is eat?
What is nut broth?
Does he do that on his own, or
As
is
long as
someone
it's not processed.
doing something to him?
He's got a pull string in the back.
Yeah, you just see Connor back there.
There's a snake in my boots.
There's a snake in my
Alright.
Eva.
So, Kaoken's gonna make a survival check to try to find game, assume.
Yeah.
Either Kexi or Zixi or both are going to make a perception check to guard the rest of the sleeping babies.
Survival, go.
We're doing
the baby.
Yes.
Natural 1.
survival.
Which is a 7 total.
Survival.
Oh, wait. I think I can do...
No, you are doing perception.
Oh, I'm doing perception. Okay, good. Because survival's not good for me.
Sure.
Hey,
Ignore that.
finally, Zixi's rolled below a goddamn 15. That's great.
Perception.
It's wonderful.
Perception. Hold on.
Where the fuck is that from? Because my manager's been fucking making
What?
that goddamn shit. Perception.
Perception.
Is that from something?
Perceptione.
Extension.
XXX extension. Not tentacion, it's extension.
No, he's talking about the new. He's talking about the new extension cords from
The new portable
wall.
ones. Jesus Christ.
It's a new upgrade for my suit. I'm excited about it.
Kaoken.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. upgrade.
Unless you have a reason to come up with advantage, like I think you're looking for,
Yes.
you don't find shit. In fact, you don't even find the tracks of the coyote that Connor was talking about.
You have an excellent memory for maps and geography. What? Why did I even pick Wanderer?
Because I'm the one of
Probably for the
one of,
proficiencies.
I roll around.
That's probably it. That's why.
It's probably where you got survival and all that stuff. So, unfortunately for you, Senor, you did not pick the Outlander background.
That's what I wanted
So-
to do. Oh, that's what I was thinking I had.
You didn't read the feature?
No.
It's in the bylaws. So,
Fucker.
luckily for you guys, Kexi, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, because she literally has a tail. That's odd.
Furry.
Is able to spot the wyvern before it actually descends and attacks you guys.
Good.
Awesome.
Which doesn't happen, of course. No, I mean, you guys have a great morning. Everybody wakes up. It was pretty much fruitless besides like a couple of scares from a couple of people and one very paranoid robot. Everybody wakes up. The watch is over. You have survived your first night. Congratulations.
The end of first day, which is day 2 now.
Only
Perfect.
3 days later.
Wow, you're doing a good job.
I'm doing a good job at daykeeping.
I
My
absolutely
nose is
love
getting very stuffy.
it. Is it?
Food stores low, water stores low.
Whoa, you spoke a lot today.
We still got rations for the next
I'm just
day.
fucking with you.
Zenko wakes
No,
up,
we
wakes
don't.
up dead.
We have 3 for each
So-
person.
We had one for each person.
Who would like
What?
We had 3 for each person.
18?
Right?
You had 3 for each
Oh,
person.
you said one.
No, you're good.
How many water skins do we have?
You would have 1 for each person, but I assume that you would likely have, you know, I doubt you guys would be doing like the FDA required gallon of water per day.
Yeah.
It's probably like
No,
just enough to
yeah, I
keep
mean,
it
I looked at everyone's stuff,
Yeah.
and I looked at their health. I know exactly how long everyone can last without food and water.
Whoa. All right.
Okay, maybe
So-
we're right.
KOK doesn't have to eat for a week.
Why?
You're con.
Oh.
Because of starvation.
Well, I guess technically
It's number of days.
Bruno doesn't have to eat or drink at all, so.
Bruno's right next to you. That one's Ricky. But they do look quite similar, fucking Mexicans. So,
You're welcome.
wait a minute. You're one of them too.
Radio.
You son of a bitch.
Dixies.
So,
But I did just learn, just to let everyone know, if you don't drink water once a day, exhaustion. Just period. So,
Are we playing
You're,
that?
That makes
everyone
sense.
has 4 drinks in their water skin.
4 days.
4 days.
So, I will expect Kyle to run this fairly and not remind you.
I
Except
was
for
going
the
to remind
beginning
you
of every
guys, but
day.
if you guys are dicks about me reminding you, I won't.
Ah,
Yeah,
there we
because
go.
you're spiteful.
Now the ration man has
I mean, I keep
leverage.
telling you guys food
Here,
and drink.
that's
and
no,
I
that's
get
good.
shit.
Look, that's fine.
That's literally
That's-
my job.
So now we've got the day counter of day 2. I hope you can remember when we're up to day 69. We've got the food and water guy who's like we're down to like 2 days left for each blah blah blah. This is good. This is good. We just got to get into the motion. After tonight, we'll be fine. Maybe, most likely. So, who is going to be leading the survival check?
Dibs. Me. I want to do it.
Last
I
time it
wanna
was
go, I wanna
Connor.
go.
I think Kaoken should.
I agree.
I trust him.
I also trust your judgment in trusting me.
I don't know if I trust that.
I
I'm
don't trust
walking
you.
here
Yeah,
on
I know you
22
don't.
for survival.
I know you don't trust me. I don't trust you either.
Skin color's
Oh,
off.
that's fucked.
I'm
Racist.
What
Racist.
the fuck is wrong with you? I look like every other fucking person here.
You really
Except
believe
for-
that?
Except for the metal one. He
Your,
looks a bit
your
weird.
vibe's a little off, but you're
How
alright.
Your vibe's a little.
How good is your survival?
I have a +6.
Okay, Sam. So it doesn't matter who.
Weird. Sounds like you're talking about fucking
mean-
them. No, I'm kidding.
If I were to do this many cartwheels in the forest, I wouldn't get this.
How many cartwheels can you do?
6.
Good. Good. Same as me. I can do 5.
I can do 6 cartwheels and find food.
Okay. Making sure you're,
my
you're
God.
good.
What a fucking
I'm not
nightmare.
familiar with these forests, so I suck.
That means no cartwheels for you then.
Yep,
So who's doing
I
exactly.
can do minus cartwheels.
Things look much
I
different.
jumped on it. I took the initiative to just.
You just went ahead and ran for it? Alright, caller. Slip up again. Someone else gonna get your job.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
You're supposed to call out who's doing it.
Okay.
By
You
convening
can
with
make
everybody
it-
else.
This can be.
It's a learning
Well,
curve. It's a learning curve
so-
and everyone's drunk.
I didn't.
So-
I totally forgot.
So
the call.
everyone's all jibber walking in front of me like, okay, hold on.
Come on, where'd you go?
Big man, right
Come on.
there, that's about to crush my skull.
Big man.
How many jumping jacks can you do normally?
And then
Like
he
a fucking lot.
and then
really.
he proceeds to do roll a fucking 22. That's insane.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Trust me, I got this.
This actually works out for the better because never mind. You're dead.
Takes
You're
an
all
arrow. Takes an
fucking
arrow
dead.
to the knee.
No. This ends up working out pretty well. Kaoken's he's like vegan, right? He's very natural. He's holistic, if you will, and he knows the ins and the outs of how to clear through these forests easily. What paths, almost like a almost foresight of what's going to be the path of least resistance through while maintaining the trail, right? And he ends up getting you guys through portions of this that normally would have taken like upwards of in total like an extra half of a day. He ends up getting this. Oh, that's a stupid. Why would people want you guys to stay on this side? We're going here. We can still see over here and over here. Boom, easy. Chippy chop, right?
At the end of my like where I'm feeling confident, can I stop and then turn back to the group and then?
I am a bad guy. No, I'm kidding.
Welcome to my lair action.
No,
it would only make sense.
I'd like to show you guys something, and I'm gonna try and do just deception for you, but I'd like to show you an old Blackfoot Goliath trick. And I go down and pick up some leaves.
Oh, he goes down.
Not the only one.
While he's doing that, I'm just staring at his feet, trying to see if they are black or not. Are they black now?
I have boots on.
You can't tell.
I am going to cast Druidcraft to predict the weather for the next 24 hours.
So, is that a spell?
Yes, it's a cantrip.
What are the components?
It says, at will. Verbal somatic.
So, in front of everybody, he goes, here is this ancient black and as he's doing his haka, like, it sounds like 3 different registers in his voice as he has to, like, actually attempt to do this. Interestingly enough, for Kaoken specifically, you would actually remember a time where it was easier to do this.
Yeah, but it's like...
But this time you actually have to actually commit
pushing
effort
it,
to do it. Almost as if you're being stifled and you have to push through. But that's for you to know.
Okay.
Sounds like
looking
online
around.
chanting.
Yeah. It sounds like a Mongolian throat singing. Anyway, so
And then
is
these
that allowed?
leaves come up as I'm doing this, and then they start to like change a color, and they form into like a globe that start to like shift and spin into a circle, and then whatever in the orb
Jesus
is
the prediction of the weather.
the prediction of the weather. So if it starts to like drizzle
I
in
like
it
that.
or snow, or
So he makes this totally not magical globe of leaves, and within it, this entire weather ecosystem comes in, and it's kind of overcast. Like some clouds just inside of this. Oh, you see?
I see this happening, and I replicate the same thing just inside my
I
head.
already know. I trust you, and I trust him.
Yeah, as you're doing
I would just stare at
So-
Zenku.
Hmm?
I would just stare at Zenku when he was doing it.
Yeah,
Look away.
as Kaoken is
Look
doing this, like,
away.
the entire time
Why?
Connor's like,
Is he 15 feet behind me?
Probably.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, nice. But like, okay, so you turn to the rest of the group, and you see Connor going.
yeah, like
Weird.
Which by the way,
If we're all in a line,
Davis would hear.
Yeah, right.
He'd be like, that sounds like a hand going like this.
yeah, man, it's just real hot
Like
out.
you
right
would hear,
now.
you would hear the gesture of Connor going. And then, how would everybody react to that? Thinking about your inter-party bonds. that you guys all have with each
Hey,
other.
big guy, you know.
I'm
That's
looking
some
at
weed,
the orb, and I'm like,
look.
And there's leaves, so I
There's
pick up
some,
some leaves
there's
on the
some
ground, and just
leaf-
kind of like drop them, and they do nothing. I'm like, no.
I could. Zenku
I
could
mean-
really give a shit right now.
I mean,
He's extremely indifferent. He's just like, okay, whatever, fuck it.
I mean, Kaoken. I mean, Masenko's told me about his people, and they seem to be all about the nature and in tune with it and stuff. So I could believe that they like, boom, leaves, blah 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 blah.
Can I
And
still
then
have my
stuck
little
it.
friend just as a friend, since she
Why?
doesn't do anything
Why
else?
did you have to pick that fucking accent?
Look,
Why the fuck not, you piece of shit?
look. The old ways were better in a lot of regard. You shouldn't be so scared to embrace.
Tradition, slavery. It was better when we didn't teach
The
that.
heritage
No,
is
kidding.
proud, right there, boy.
Alright.
No, you should.
Thanks a lot, Abe.
Jesus.
Please.
What am I trying to say?
The old ways were better.
The older ways were better. So we should embrace what we can do to help our future civilizations.
It's very powerful.
Zenko would like to also speak out in response to this. And I'm like, if I'm understanding him correctly, what he's saying is, whatever abilities you have, use them. It's your survival.
But
Don't-
oh, sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
I mean, that's really it, yeah.
But I don't think we should do this frivolously.
As you all recall in your heads, hey, you know, if any of you guys develop magical abilities while on the travels to or on from, just let us know.
That's what's going on in my
Observe
head.
and
Yeah.
report.
Yeah.
So I'm picking up
Don't
leaves, like
get
tossing
involved.
them in the air, waiting for something to happen.
Don't get involved, observe and report, and I hope that if you do develop magical powers, that you will come to us so that way we can possibly train you guys. Thanks. Bye, guys. This is what you all would be like recalling Margaret Crawford telling you before you
As he's.
Yeah.
I basically just kind of like depict like the good angel and then the bad angel, like the devil. Yeah, yeah, that's what that's
and then the other one, I mean, it's really not that bad where we come from.
Yeah, so that's like all that's happening in my mind right now. I'm like,
That's awesome.
What's going on in her head? She's having this like, I mean, we probably could get a pretty good
Okay.
bounty.
I'm going to. Zenko's going to speak out loud saying, I have never exactly seen what magic is, and someone said, hey, that's magic. I don't really know what the fuck that is. This right here could be him, I don't know, fucking speaking to the fucking wilds.
I
For
mean,
all I know, he's speaking to the forest.
I mean,
Is it magic? I don't fucking know.
I don't know about Deus here, but I mean,
Listen,
from what
you
I've heard,
fucking goddamn New Yorker, shut the fuck up.
what the
Where's
fuck
a
is
new and
what
what's
the
a
fuck
York?
is a York and a new? Anyways, I don't know about Deus.
It just sounds like what you're
What-
talking right
From
now.
what I've heard, like this magic stuff is like evil, spooky stuff. We've got to be careful. That says to those, don't forget to report to us about your magic abilities.
God, he's spiraling.
So, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like that's whatever Kelkin was doing, speaking to the leaves, that stuff. That doesn't seem too bad to me. That's what do you think?
Like I said, I don't think we can prove that was magic.
What does Deus think?
I'm blind.
Exactly. There you go.
I didn't see a damn thing.
Deus.
What
What
does
do you
hey,
believe?
hey. What does Deus think when Connor says, Deus, what do you think?
Deus,
Sorry, what would he say? You don't have to necessarily say what he would think, but what would he say? Or would he respond at all?
Deus would slowly walk up to Kaoken.
That's all
He'd probably like, Masenko. He'd probably like smell around and like put his hands out to feel the air.
Mm-hmm.
He'd look at Kaoken and say, Shannon?
Is that a word that I know?
You can give me
Is
a
it
religion
language?
check or a history check.
in the
I
Fae,
don't think either of those are pretty very good.
Skills.
in the
Shannon.
Feywild, you can just tell the weather if it's gonna
God.
rain by
History.
if your nipples get hard.
Oh,
It's a fake god.
It makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a fake god, so she might know
11?
too.
Give me a history or a religion with advantage.
History. Oh, religion. Religion is a -1.
Religion is a minus one.
Like, okay. Let's just do history.
Here's to
At advantage.
Got advantage. Okay, so first one's a 10. Let's do it again.
Oh, God.
No.
12.
You know, you never really paid much attention to like gods and stuff. You get a king, and the king tells you what to do and what to feel and what to think and where to go.
He's pretty loose with it, you know. Like,
And then
it's
you know,
not too
but like
strict.
you don't have to worry about that because like you're not there anymore. You're here now, and who gives a shit about what that king thought of?
I'm observing a lot of stuff here. What is it
Until
like
you
back
get
home? I'm
back,
trying to forget.
It's kind of like vacation.
Yeah.
Okay. No fucking idea, dude.
When
You're
you
like,
when you said you channeled it, you said like was there like a nature was kind of acting up around you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't respond to what he said, or what do you respond?
I have no idea what Shahan or Shahan.
No, you responding, or is that just you telling me?
No, that I don't like.
how would K.O.K. respond?
What? What's that?
Probably,
I don't know her.
Probably crinkle his nose and like maybe with his hands out still, he'd feel the dirt on him.
Ugh, poop.
It smells like deer poop.
And he'd just say,
Shit.
and then he kind of walk off like playing with the dirt in his hand.
What did he say?
Dirt.
Oh, he just goes
Like-
dirt.
Well, because it's not moon.
Ah, okay.
He's like, this is dirt.
Dirt.
This is power he's getting
Oh,
from dirt. He doesn't get it.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I see. That
Okay.
makes sense.
Because he knows magic. He
Right.
gets that. But this wasn't magic he's ever seen.
Ah.
So it doesn't make sense to him, even though he knows magic.
Oh, she is getting that rabbit. Or she's having a seizure, but
Oh,
I think she's
I-
doing it.
Oh,
Alright.
she's having a seizure. Who knows?
So, you guys do this. You guys react how you react. Zixies, is there any crazy thing that your swirly ball of gas reacts with? Does it turn red like the security guards and fucking what was that? What was that fucking Fallout New Vegas DLC? The casino, Dead Money.
Dead money.
Like in Dead Money, it was like hologram turn red, and you start like blasting him with fucking lit. Like, how do you react, or do you react at all?
Can I do
I
an Arcana check?
Well, that's dangerous.
What are you trying to perceive using this Arcana check?
Because I want to see if there's anything like I know what he's doing.
So you want to see if what the source of his magic would potentially be?
Yeah, because I've never seen this before. Like from
Yeah. Okay. Do it.
That makes sense.
like to me, I want to know if what he's doing is dangerous.
Sure.
I don't know what he's doing.
Even with that knowledge, or even with that roll of a 24, you have no idea what the source of this magic was, so you don't know that you could infer like a threat level based off of your knowledge of arcane magic, which is wizards, warlocks, sorcerers, fucking messing with the weave, evocation. His magic is different in an entirely different way, right? Like the foundation of this magic would be baffling to you.
So then I would just ask him after I do the whole beep 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 boop. I would just kind of like kneel down like next to this like spinning orb in front of me, like what is this? And as I ask,
He's asking you as you're casting your druidcraft to tell the weather.
And like if I can concentrate at the same time while doing this spell, and I'll be like, this is our world, this is our nature. Wow, 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 wow. Boca della Coca.
I heard about this.
Mitsubishi.
Yes,
Oh, God.
you know the ways. This
No, wait.
this is the next few hours of this plane.
This is what the weather's like.
Yes, there was other things I could do And this is just a taste.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Boca de la Cuca.
So, all right, that happens.
Yep.
Chihuahua.
Well, luckily, it's just at this incredibly somehow like awkward and slightly cringy moment when you guys are like trying to explain, but you don't really have like the eloquent tongue to explain what this is that you would hear suspiciously a scream coming from what would potentially be like a human man off in the distance through the road, if you will, to the south.
With me, let's do it. Dance runs.
Gonna turn towards the direction of it. And boom. All right. Who's following me? My gut instinct is to just trip on a branch. You wouldn't be that way, but comically to me would be onward, smash into a tree, ha ha ha, slapstick. But.
It's like the one character not being funny.
I know. Believe you me.
Sorry.
Look, if you were the only person getting it, you would be totally justified in feeling this way. Unfortunately, your feelings are invalid. So, you lead the pack towards the direction.
And I follow immediately.
How would you like to track the sound of this? Because it was one intermittent scream, and then you might be getting it, and then, you know what I mean? It's not like one long scream that you can just sort of follow through with.
So in our setting, are we like in a forestry? Like I can see like maybe birds flying off.
Yeah, you would definitely be able to hear as you guys are running through, making the noises that you guys are making, with the occasional
Oh God!
and then like if you wanna make me let's see, what are you good at? You are good at. You don't have perception. You don't have nature. You don't have survival.
Athletics. Like really.
To like the athletics would be okay. How about this? Either, you know what, Kexi, motherfucker.
My wisdom's not bad.
I would like for Kexi to roll a perception check. This is going to be to assist with Deus because I'm fairly positive that either Kexi or Zenku are going to have the highest movement speed. Kexi has 35. I think Zenku has 40 movement speed, right?
I have a very bad perception right now. I'm distracted.
You're distracted, but you are proficient in it, right? In perception?
Oh, yeah, I am. So I get to add my proficiency? 9.
So you have a 40, you have a 35, but I feel like she would be more inclined to help, and you would not like be the one running in the front line, right? Is that I'm trying to logic that.
That is correct.
You wouldn't be the one to be like, yes, onward, let's go.
Yeah.
So then that would make her having the second fastest movement speed of a 35, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, what did you roll for your perception?
9.
Ooh, you rolled a 6, it says. A 5 plus a 1.
And plus my proficiency.
Oh, did that change?
Oh, wait, no. My proficiency is a 2, sorry.
Did you lose proficiency with perception?
It's got a black circle next to it.
Why did that not give you... You would... Well, what's your wisdom modifier?
-1.
-1 and then a +2 puts you at a +1, so you're not adding +2. It's already added to the perception roll.
Oh,
Which
okay,
is
so
+1. So you roll. All right. Next up. Because it's been a while. Who else hasn't made a... It's been a poop. Connor.
Yeah.
It's been a while since you've made a check.
Yeah.
Would you, using the perceptive guidance of Kexi, like to try to potentially assist Deus in just pointing in the direction of? Because he is a bullet that is sprinting in a direction of the last direction that he heard this scream from. Kexi's like, hey, 20 degrees to the left is where it's coming from this time.
It was at a fucking 18, you piece of shit.
Oh, this is fucking wonderful. Great. So, you guys make your way there. Eventually. It takes a couple of detours, a couple of like, where Deus is like, where's the scream? Ah! To the left. Oh shit, we gotta go this way. Everybody looks at this way. You all start sprinting unless anybody doesn't want to go find the danger. That is entirely possible. Is there anybody that doesn't want to go find this danger, or is everybody pretty much going to find the danger?
Can I use my own nature stuff? I mean, like, not my own survival to know, or nature to know the terrain that maybe that if I know if I've been in this area for a while.
So, really, the only difference is
to
that
cut off to like go to a shorter path, like it, like just.
It wouldn't make an excessive amount of difference at this point.
Okay.
Because pretty much everybody's just sprinting. Now, stay with me. I promise we're almost done with this because you guys are getting CPs. I get it.
You boys.
So,
Ricky's
all of
now
this,
a blue boy.
Yeah, he is now a Mega Manji. Because he doesn't like using his computer, nor his camera. So,
wow.
I didn't say that.
Oh, he's naked. That's what it is.
That's
usually
he's naked.
He's like,
he just talked through his butthole.
touch
I mean,
my
what else are you
body,
doing
touch my body. Oh, hey. So, as you guys are doing this like weird zigzag thing where it's like a whole lot of sprinting in one direction and then that, we gotta go over here. Shit, we gotta go over there. Eventually, you guys do find your way to a cave. Luckily for us, we find ourselves at the first map. When you approach said cave, today you'd be able to instantly smell an excessive amount of blood in front of you. The rest of you could see an excessive amount of blood. Who would like to make? Wait, hold on. The moment that you guys are approaching would be the moment that you can hear from within this cave. As it sounds like it's traveling deeper into said cave. Zixes has a medicine check.
I too have medicine.
You have medicine?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
When did you get that?
I have had it since cleric.
That's right.
Got them clericals. I gotta update this then. Because this has pre-changes. Okay, Zixes, do you still have medicine? As a proficiency?
Yes.
Sick! So, Zixes, Connor. One of you guys or both of you guys. Make me a medicine check.
I will roll medicine check.
Now,
You can as well, Zexy.
everybody here would, I assume you guys are going to get somewhat closer to it because you're like, hey, here's some weird shit right here.
Unless the group leader, which was
Yeah,
Davis.
you would definitely slow down to keep going.
Yeah.
Right. If he's slowing
So,
down and
fully-
if we're doing
fully
that
drawn.
like okay, we hear the sounds.
Whoa, yeah.
I'm gonna look to Kexi and be like, what do you want to do? We want this?
Do we want this?
This is
We want to get the
so
fuck out of here
fucking
now?
bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood, but you know what? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 of us, and and
Shut up.
and yeah, you know, I think maybe we should just take a peek.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Probably help someone.
What if it's a logger? One of our fellow loggers.
Gotta get them loggers.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Gotta get them Rainier loggers.
So, Zixie, Connor, as you guys approach, everybody would recognize that there's something different about this viscous fluid that is on the ground. It's blood, mostly looks like blood, smells like blood, tastes like blood, but the two of you guys kind of like pick some up off of with a stick or something, and you notice that like when you pull it up off of the ground, it webs. It's like pretty viscous, right? Blood is not that viscous. This
Very
is
cum-like.
like, yeah, very cum-like. The taste, the smell, the texture. Cum.
It's cum.
So,
Tastes like cum.
yeah, it tastes like cum. So you guys like pull out, you're like, oh, this is like some sort of like human viscera. You know what I mean?
Cum.
It's a cum demon, naturally.
I'm doing.
Are
Cum
we gonna
demon.
enter the
Cum
cave?
So
I got a 13.
I see.
there's look behind him, if they're close to him and sense him,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of keep walking forward and see who stays with him.
All right.
Okay.
That makes
I'm
sense.
gonna look with
Dexy.
Deus
Deus.
and like
Let's go get him.
With his hand, he'd rub his thumb across his chest plate, and you'd hear kind of like what you just did earlier. The moon protects me, and you'd hear the spell vibrato
Mm-hmm.
as his armor glows bright.
Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's fucking cool.
Not enough to like give you vision, but just it's noticeably brighter.
Right.
Sick.
like
As I'm
vibrating
walking behind him, I go,
Nerd.
What's
a nerd?
As he casts shield of
What's a
faith.
nerd?
Faith. Okay.
Shield of
How long
faith.
does that last for?
As long as I don't con, right?
No, it generally has a duration,
Yeah,
but
so
you have to hold
I
calm
think
within
it's
that.
10 minutes.
I thought about whole con, I just can hold it.
That'd be great. But most spells
10
have
minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes up to yada yada yada. Don't forget to mark out the spell slot. Zenku's falling asleep while taking a shit in there. Should we take a vape break real quick? Stretch the legs out.
Yeah,
Can I get a little?
stand up,
I
don't
mean,
do
Yeah.
I don't want to open his bottle for him because this is when the celebratory.
Yeah.
He'll be here. He'll be here. He'll be out.
All right. Do you want to feed the babe?
I want to vape real quick and then I will feed.
Okay, let's vape. You feed the babe, and we'll reconvene here real quick as we begin to enter the cave.
the cum cave.
The cum cave. The cum.
The cum.
I love kumquats.
The cum cave.
The camaraderie.
Did you hear what's happening?
A little bit, yeah.
So viscous fluid.
We found a bunch of cum
Come
in front of a cave.
red bloody cum. So it's like I'm gonna guess it's
I mean, that makes me
viscous.
a lot more worried than just regular blood.
I'm gonna guess it's a poisonous creature.
That's the right.
That's like like when like something like an arachnid like makes
I
I
think I know
it's
what you mean.
coagulated. Maybe. I honestly don't know based off of the monsters that I know that Anthony knows.
Did we agree on doing anything about this?
So I
Hopefully
looked
not
at
going
Deus, and I was like, I want to go in. Do you want to go in? And he cast a spell in front of us, so he's like in the spell circle. And then
And my butterfly. Sugar. Baby.
yes. There you go, Josh. So yeah, I think we're gonna go in because I want combat tonight. I hope it's.
I just
not-
want to fucking die tonight with these
Well,
fucking...
that's you're awake.
Do you want energy drinks? I got.
Oh, I'll take some.
I have Rockstar energies in there, and then I'm sure you could have the NOS energies if those are your flavor.
As long as it works.
You just have to butt chug it. Anthony has a special energy butt chug funnel.
You just have to butt chug it. Chug it with your butt.
Chug it with your butt. How was
Come you want me kiss?
I'm also gonna try to good old rest my ass for 5 minutes and then be extremely awake afterwards. Do it. Okay.
You know, every time that you try that during D&D, you've not woken up, and then when you do, you're like, and then Anthony's like, hey, you want to go home, man?
Well, fuck you too, Josh. We'll see how this one works. Oh, that feels
Listen,
so
all I gotta say is, come, my lady, come, my lady. You my butterfly. Sugar, baby.
This feels better than coming right now.
Oh, that's what you think right now. Wait till Connor shows you the ways of giving hammer seaweed. I am a master of all things.
May actually be sleeping over tonight.
What?
I think I may actually be sleeping over tonight.
I think he's got some spare, whatchamacallit in the garage.
You know, how a lot of
Where did everybody go?
Outside.
Are you sleeping?
Resting.
You're supposed to be fucking raging.
Supposed to be. But I am not. Oh, this feels nice.
Ew, Amanda. Gross.
It's a bottle.
Oh,
runs the show now, Randy. I know, I kept moving and that's like, I'm about to get a face full of Josh ass. Josh Mike.
Josh ass. Give me a second. Josh. I'll rip you off that couch.
Lucy, come. Come on.
Moosey. Come.
Good.
Come in the cave.
How was the stuff, Ricky?
What stuff?
The ceremony, the celebration.
You okay?
It was good. Everybody cried.
As they do.
And you did good.
But I did get a bowl of delicious treats.
Ooh, are those Cappies?
No, Reese's peanut butter cups and Hershey Kisses.
Those are the best ones.
Oh, those are very nice.
So I brought those
Go
home,
to my car and get my sweater.
and then they sit on
Yolks on you.
my
Yep.
notes.
Yolks on you. Alright, so who wants to put the cucumber up Bruno's ass? Oh, hey, bud.
Dibs. Oh, damn it.
We do have these things perfectly shaped like cucumbers.
Called penises.
Fucking carrot up his ass.
I think I got a stock of celery. We can have him make a distraction for us.
You good to go?
Make a distraction.
You want me to slap your cheeks?
That would be
Would it make you feel better with a shot of tequila in you? Would that wake you up for combat?
I don't know if that'll wake me up. I think I'm supposed
For
to
combat?
sleep.
You say anything about combat?
Well,
Look, I run an RP heavy campaign.
how does your IT hack taste?
I actually read something that might actually work against the genie.
slap him on the stomach super hard.
I wish that the genie doesn't know math.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
He
maybe.
doesn't. All right, you have 16 more wishes.
All right, you have no wishes.
Okay, you got
Bye.
23 more wishes.
It's not bad.
It's not better than going, hey.
I'll be back in. Shit.
No.
Bye.
Later.
Is Amanda shitting?
She is feeding their baby, who is looks like she's almost done.
Not necessarily just wait.
Yes. Yeah, agree.
Remind me to show you the $30 bottle of wine video.
$30 bottle of wine.
It's a good one.
Oh, okay.
There's a part where
Fancy.
where Zach goes to get the $30 bottle of wine, and Broden and Mark, they just they're like, oh, okay, we'll see you in a second. Then they just, and then it's like an awkward amount of time. Then he comes back, and they're like, oh, he's back. There we go. Yeah, that's what just happened. We're like, yeah.
Oh, there's a dog.
You gonna eat it?
There is a dog?
Am I going to eat it?
No, eat it. Like feast upon its flesh.
No, you eat out
Feast
the window.
upon its succulent ear bones.
Those are my favorite kind.
Don't do that!
I'll eat your face too.
She's like, I mean, I love you, but like, come on, Pete, stop.
But just don't eat me.
Look at his hairy toes. It's got Grinch toes. It's so funny.
It's as simple as something that nobody knows, and its eyes are as big as its hairy as toes. No Jack Johnson fans?
Little Medley likes kisses.
Oh, that's from you.
Kisses.
I think that's what you do.
Kisses. Little smelly doggies.
What? This is a new Star Wars crap. Or a better one. Ooh, I like it.
Is it semen?
No, it's Star Wars versus.
It's a mix
40K.
of yeah.
That's a toughie.
So it just shows 20 stormtroopers shooting at a Marine while he's just
It's-
ignoring it.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's not a toughie. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah. But then we get into things like, you know,
Like the fact that some of the smallest ships in the Imperium are still kilometers wide, and that's some of the biggest sizes for the Imperial Star Destroyers. So
Mhm.
yeah, pretty sure.
oh, space battles, sure.
Yeah.
But like, what about force manipulation?
Oh, I'm
Saying,
sorry.
like-
There's a thing called Psychers and Grey Knights,
Uh-huh.
and
Aren't there also Grey Knights in Star Wars that have
There's
a
the Grey
the Greys, yeah,
Yeah.
that have a master of the Force, both ends of it?
I've only read about them once because they sound really cool. But I didn't say that. It just pretty much said that they're neither. Like they don't.
Literally.
I don't know enough about Star Wars.
You see the Force, and you would just go, "Hey, Black Templars." That guy's using magic, and they go, and then go and try to murder everyone. And it'd be pretty cool.
They don't like psychers at all. No.
No. One of their rules used to be like, you could take one of their rules, and it was literally, if anyone uses psychic powers, your forces just go.
Yeah, well, they still have the optional purge the witch.
Yeah.
Purge the witch.
Yeah. It's such a funny move.
But they trust the Grey Knights. That's the only people they trust.
Yeah, because the Grey Knights are also like, heresy. No.
No heresy.
No heresy.
I think she's pooping now. She's done feeding the baby.
Gotta take a poopy.
She's
Bella
not.
Boa Toka.
Beta Boa Toka.
This is the primordial for the ocean.
And the video? I saw that one. So.
Jesus Christ.
That dog loves
It's mauling
kisses.
him.
It's weird how small dogs like nose kisses. They're
Yeah.
just like, yeah, come on, let me clean you out. Come
Yeah.
on. Get up in there. Come on, give me out.
So
She's
like
like, oh,
smile.
you have to be careful.
Her tongue.
Yeah.
Referees.
Yeah.
So what it is
I'm
this
useful. Let me get them
talking
sustenance.
referees in a white shirt. He
Precious
was a
food.
tryhard, pretty much.
Oh,
So what he would do is he put all of his people in deployment
Yeah.
so that he could put them anywhere he wants. So the other person would have to lay their units down,
Yeah.
and then he could deploy where the fuck he wants, and he pretty much kept crushing people. So this dude read the rules, and it showed you can't deploy within 6 inches of someone who's been placed down.
Mhm.
So he
Nice.
took all his people and spread them out in a straight line.
Oh.
So there's no way he can deploy, so he automatically wins.
Nice.
Oh yeah. One sec here. Hey everybody.
Rocky body.
Get the celery. We're good.
So far, everybody has given me a reason to give them inspiration, so everybody can check inspiration.
I had a question about that.
You don't want it? That's fine. You don't have to have it.
No, so if we started the game with inspiration from one shots,
That wouldn't count.
okay, it would count.
Cheater.
Okay, so we all have inspiration.
Everybody's got
Okay,
inspiration.
okay.
So far, everybody has done something about their about their personalities, their backstories, their role play value, everything like that. This has been good. Creative thinking for getting around skill challenges and tracking things, no matter how funny it ended up being. So far, everybody's been pretty good about their characters. With the one possible exception being Evil Man Carruthers over there, not letting one person die to a saw blade.
I like the way that he saved her life, though.
I should have.
Get the fuck out of here.
I should have let you explain it instead of being like, yeah, you just like Kicker, because I was like, hey, he's a bad guy, right? But other than that,
Well, no, because he explained that as I kick her, but like.
Or held on to the beam and like,
yeah,
you wanna give me something?
like, but we'll see. But yeah. If you guys haven't already, add the inspiration. That way you can fucking chunk it up.
So no one use it, so we can all cash it in, so we can get a level.
Or you're all gonna want to use it to figure out what the fuck this goo is at the entrance of the cave before you walk on it.
I'll walk.
Perfect. I hope you do walk on it. I sincerely want you to walk right on it.
I will walk on the goo.
I want you to know.
Alright.
Amanda, go give yourself inspiration.
Inspiration.
want.
So I am going to be
Jerusalem.
traveling. We're going to be proceeding from this point forward, assuming that everybody has in fact added inspiration to their character sheets.
Hey, buddy, we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, it's
No,
time. We're all leaving. We're all leaving now.
Yeah, you're stuck here alone with the babies.
Jesus.
We're going to the casino.
Grab boys.
Yeah, now we're gonna go to the casino. Good luck,
Yeah.
bud. See ya. All right. Yeah, celebrate for Bruno. Woo! As we all get to the party. All right. So we are all entering.
I will. Who wants to lead? I am putting forth it.
I
Unless
think-
it's
All right.
think
Let's
I'm
do the
Okay.
old.
I would like to protest
I'll be right back.
asking
Grab
my
some
guy. We're
chocolate.
sure we want to go in as we are right.
So the marching order. We've got everybody's characters here.
Shot caller.
So talk amongst yourselves. You guys can do
Either
whatever
I have
formation can fit you
Davis and
through.
I.
So,
1, 2, 3, 4
when we
wide at most.
left, it was Deus taking up the helm,
Okay.
Masenko and Kexi behind him.
All right, and that was before you guys all agreed to stop to take a look at the viscous fluid.
Yes.
Fluidia.
Yeah, the
The
cup.
red cup.
So
Skibbity wop pop. Skibbity wop pop 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 pop.
I think that's when you go to the hospital.
yeah,
Put us in the Triforce.
If you ejaculate and there's blood in it.
is this what we?
Oh my God, we're back again.
Do we want to do the Triforce Flying V?
I'm
God.
down for it.
Oh, I didn't know I
I
was
still can't find my berries.
Jesus Christ! No,
Clear
Ricky,
should be
don't
in the-
do that.
in the front.
Yeah.
Second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, we
I mean,
back again.
unless if you want to be, but
If you want to die.
What's
Monk should be.
how heavily armored is Connor right now?
I had a nice leather jacket on. It looks pretty snazzy.
You didn't take chainmail?
And there's chainmail underneath.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say, you know what, Connor? I think you'd probably be better just being in back and
Hey,
I'll switch you
hey,
positions.
Hey, I don't make fun of your pale skin. Don't make fun of mine.
I don't have pale
Looks pretty
skin.
good.
She has sun-kissed skin.
Sun-kissed.
Yeah, looks pale to me.
Then
Pretty
if,
pale.
if Connor doesn't want to switch me, then I'm gonna just stand up right next to Deus on the right hand side.
So you're gonna.
Yep. I'm gonna,
Yeah, that's-
Yep.
All right. So this is the marching order.
Okay.
That's a question. So we're just gonna do 2x2s or 2x3s.
I
I mean?
mean, you don't have to.
I'm down for 2x3s.
I feel like they're a little more spread out.
Yeah, I don't think we should be that.
You guys want to be further apart from each other? All right, good. So who wants to do what? Are we gonna have?
I would like to move up
Ricky, what do you think?
to a bloodstain.
What's a marching order?
One
How
sec.
should we
I just
enter?
want to know the marching order so that way I can copy this, and then that way when you guys actually enter it.
It doesn't really matter that much.
Put me just one more step to the right.
On his
There you
phone,
go.
he's trying to pretend to be not on his phone, but he's on his phone.
Ricky,
Mm-hmm.
are you good with this marching order?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody else?
I'm good. Yeah.
Caller, this is it.
Yep.
Oh, I could not have asked
Oh,
for better. Is anybody not going to want to touch the viscous fluid?
I would like to
I
touch
do
it
not
first.
Want
Well,
to
when-
touch it.
Can I go-
want to look at it.
Can I go and like inspect it and put my?
So,
Well, you said that we touched it with a stick. Did it do anything?
Connor
with
and
the stick?
Zixies did approach it, and they were like, ew, and they scooped it up.
Wait.
It was like,
Kelken and Kexi.
No,
Yeah,
Zixies
yeah.
and Connor, because you have medicine because of cleric.
yeah. That's what
So
You
you
say-
rolled a 13.
Yeah.
the medicine
I said
proficient
that was
people.
to touch this blood.
I mean, you're okay. Then Zixies did it, and you were next to him, or you? Sorry.
I'll just say that I did it. I don't care.
Hold on. Only Zixies did it. Connor's 13, which passed the DC for figuring out what this was. Didn't happen.
Okay, no, I'm saying I thought that was just for a medicine check. I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
Oh, so if you were paying attention, then what I said was, do you guys want to do a medicine check, those of you who are proficient, to try to figure out what is wrong with this blood? Because
then
it's
that's
not
when
just regular blood.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It looks like a different kind of blood. And you said, yeah, I'll do it because of cleric. I've got proficiency with medicine.
And that's when the stick was used to touch it, and we said, "Oh, this is." You
So-
said it was like viscera.
It was
So
before
Zixie's-
break, so it's easy.
Yeah.
To
So Zixie's was like, taste, smell, touch, blood, come. And then we went to break. Now,
and it sounded like to me as a player that it was almost maybe like when like poison is injected into blood and it gets like coagulated and it stretches,
Yeah.
or it could be like oobleck blood. You know what I mean? Like
They put a lot of cornstarch.
cornstarch blood.
Deep in the depths.
Deep in the depths.
alright.
Better if you mush a body good enough.
Or yes,
It
that's
becomes
that could
kinda
be your
spongy.
your medicine check roll. I don't know.
So,
I got an 18. What do I figure out? Besides
Exactly.
being
Same thing.
exactly what I said. So,
Viscous.
Whoa, dude, you don't have to yell.
So, who is going to try to avoid said viscous fluid? Is anybody going to, or are we going to just stomp right through onto it?
I would
Just
like to be
stop
the
right
first
there.
one. Could I be the first person to like touch it to see what happens?
I mean, so you're gonna go roll up and go, "Ugh," right?
Yes.
Meanwhile, Deus is like walking right through it. So you're not gonna be
I
like,
mean, if
unless
he's-
you wanted to say,
if
hey,
I'm,
bro,
like-
hold on. You know what I mean? Because he can't. It's not that he can't
Yeah,
see you, but he's not really paying attention to you. He hears a
I
scream
am
from
within
within.
10 feet of him, so he could be able to see behind him.
He could.
I can. You're 10 feet of me, but I'm not paying attention.
He
to
could
this.
probably hear you roll up and crouch down.
Wait. Before you go any further.
It's cold. It's gross. It's sticky. It smells like cum.
Oh, boy.
If they
You
if
said
you
it's
stop,
cold?
It's cold.
Why would it be cold so quick?
We did hear
It might
screams like within the last like 10, 15 seconds.
Probably within the last, like,
Dennis
Looking
would
through 3
just
minutes.
look at it and cast Divine Sense.
Divine sense. What are you sensing again? It's
I'm looking for evil.
I waggle.
no.
my finger off.
What's the full spectrum that you get with that? I
As
can't
an
remember.
action, you detect good
Yeah.
and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by a hallowed spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
That's what I was looking for. Celestial, fiend, or undead. Nothing. Hallowed or sacred spell. Nothing. Good or evil. You have the distinct smell of brimstone behind you.
Behind?
And to the side?
Okay, so I'm not sensing it in this cave.
Not coming from the direction you were about to go.
Okay, then I would
Because
look
it
at
is within 60 feet of surfaces that you can see.
Yeah, so I would
Yeah.
just look at it more and then turn to face Kaoken.
Who's like,
It's fine.
Should I taste it?
Are you immune to disease?
he wipes it off on us.
I
Yeah.
am.
Then maybe you should taste it.
Can I shake my head towards King going,
That's a good
I'd like
idea.
to just try and make
I'll
a sense
say.
of when the blood was spilled.
Go ahead and make me one more medicine check. Kexi, what are you doing?
I am watching the cave entrance.
Super sharpening swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Axes, battle axes.
Shing, sharpening on
Oh, okay.
themselves.
Mm,
I give up.
it
Fuck this shit.
You give up so soon.
You know what?
It runs as if it's fresh. It does not have a body fluid like a body temperature, right? It doesn't taste. It doesn't feel warm. It feels cold.
Yeah.
To the same effect, if you took like warm water and threw it on the ground, it's not going to be warm like for very long. You know what I mean? It hasn't coagulated, but there's something about this. It almost looks like like oil on top of water. You know what I mean? It has like a weird sheen of it where it looks almost like it looks like that zit juice. You know what I mean? Like the clear zit juice after you pop a zit.
Oh, that's
So it's got like like that, but viscous. Yeah.
Can I do a strength check
That
to
grosses me the fuck
light a fire on it? See if it's flammable.
If you want to use your timber, it's not really a check. If you just want to like
Yeah.
try to start,
I just want to
start.
all he cares about, okay, is it flammable? No, then I don't care.
Do we hear any other screams? Or is it...
Currently, you have not.
just more zits popping.
Yeah. Dr. Pimple Popper shows up.
Oh,
And it
God.
doesn't take a flame.
A giant back
I just
approaches
say-
you as it pops its fucking pitted missiles at you.
We realize we're just walking on a giant back.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm done.
Gross. It feels like a waterbed.
Ew.
I just say,
Until they
Wait.
pop and it's springy.
Gross. What does Dea say?
waste time. And I just keep going.
All right. So Deus keeps going, and
I'm
we're following in
following.
this order then.
Yep, following also after the.
All
So I guess we're
right.
going.
So
Sorry for all the.
everybody is
Absolutely.
going to step on the fluids. And now we are going to.
Into the ritual entrance.
Weird. Here is the chamber entrance. All right. This. Die. And now this. Yep. What happened to Kexi? Why is Kexi
I
being?
got lost.
You know what? Yeah. She goes. Wait. All right, and. And,
Ooh,
Fuck
this is the
that.
worst part about Roll20. It's so fucking clunky.
Oh,
copy. Why did this bitch? All right, and I was gonna say if she comes back and she's fucking like right there, I'd be so pissed. And zip. Oh, what? No? Yeah, we're doing this now, huh?
Is she on GM layer?
No, she ain't on any layer.
That's a sign.
I've gone invisible.
She
Got
has
invisible.
invisibility tricks.
Visible.
She's ready to drax some slacks.
I'm huge.
She would be considered
Huge.
All right, now.
So did we walk past those dead bodies?
So, yes, as you guys were walking in, you would notice these like almost half dissolved corpses that like there's really not much in the way of like a body. Right? When I say half dissolved, they're more like 3/4, almost fully dissolved corpses. Bone, sinew, there's no gut. It's all like muscle fibers and all that stuff is just sort of like in a permanent creamy state.
Ew.
Permanent moist and plump state.
Yeah. This is what you guys see. So there is a fire. It is rather large, but it's not burning very brightly in the middle of it. There's scattered about just fucking bodies. All of these bodies, just at surface look, are what's the
Humanoid in nature?
yeah, they're all humanoid in nature. Trying to think, what is the it's like halfway through Raiders of the Lost Ark when all the Nazis were melting. They all look kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Halfway through, not decomposition. It's like literally like melting, like dissolving. Like think acid dissolved, right?
Is the air different in here?
It would smell really tinny to everybody. It would smell almost
Like copper?
yeah, it would smell incredibly like copper due to all of the blood and bodies.
But
it
it smelled like old world gold.
Yes, it would smell like old world gold. It would smell like mystery and potions. I don't know.
Atlantis.
It would smell like Atlantis. Yeah. You'd see like some smashed potteries back there that look like they used to contain stuff. This is just again a surface glance. This is like you guys like, oh, what is this? You know what I mean? There is this like kind of like pool of what looks like incredibly brackish water. It's kind of see-through, kind of not. It's just kind of murky with like floaties and shit in it. It's really disgusting.
It's more zit juice.
Flavored water.
Yeah, and then as you all can notice, there's almost like a trail of death going deep inside. Speaking of which, almost as if on cue, you guys are like, oh god, look at all these bodies. From deeper within, of course.
Are there any footprints anywhere besides ours?
You would see drag marks into the pool of water here. That, again, they drag in, and you would notice that there is a very slight, at the very corner of this little tiny, like, top of, like, where the pool meets the corner, there's like oh look, it might go in further. You know what I mean? But that disappears really quickly as if it were to go.
Like submerged in.
Yes. Yes.
Dez is gonna just assume everyone's gonna check out this room, so he's gonna go to the exit there, but wait.
The one on the right? Over here?
That's not an exit.
Perfect.
That's going deeper.
I'm going to just really quickly, as he's about to walk over, like, stop, just hold on, wait.
Say it to him.
Wait, nobody move, nobody
All
go
right,
anywhere
He
else.
trusts him, he'd stop.
Alright, let's just quickly check our surroundings.
We'll stop
Is
you
there
right here.
anything
Actually,
alive here? Is
We'll,
there anything
we'll see you stopped you
breathing?
just before. Do you guys want to check the bodies?
I would like to check the body, see if I can tell any marks of like acid degradation,
Yes.
or if this is like a fire that's started melting down.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Any clues, any indication that tells us
All
what we're going to be dealing
right.
with?
So this is going to be a proficiency only. Now, Connor has proficiency in medicine. Zenku,
Yes.
you could potentially have proficiency in something. Who wants to make a skill check? Of some sort.
The best I have is survival and perception.
It's true. If you can figure out how to use those.
I would like to use my athletics.
For
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up one of the bodies that's not being examined.
you would like to pick one of the bodies up.
Yes, and put it in the greenish water.
Sick. All right.
While they're all looking, I go, and I'm
That's
just
fucking
like,
gross.
What happened?
like I have it by the foot over my shoulder, like dragging it, and then just
All right.
whip it in.
Deus, you're the only one that doesn't make a skill check because I have a thing for you. Anyways.
What do you?
Zixie, are you trying to do anything? Or are you just like, I am in standby mode?
No, I'd want to check out if that on the floor is like blue glass. I want to check it out.
Ah, you know?
Maybe it's like a container that held something in it.
Ah, yes. Kaoken, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna observe what Kexie's doing.
I rolled a 24.
Oh, fuck you, bitch. So, Zenku, what were you doing again?
I would like to check for claw marks, bite marks, basically anything. If I can figure out what did this, what
To these bodies?
yeah.
And Kana, you're gonna take a look at the acid degradation-ish
I'm going
stuff?
to look at. I'm going to look at a few bodies to see if I see any marks that look similar.
Okay, so cause of death. Zixie's is going to be investigating the blue glass. Kaoken's going to be watching Kexi.
Help? Can I do it? I mean, she already rolled really well, but like, what's going on? I'm just gonna watch. I'll
Okay.
oversee.
You can watch. Sick. So, Kexi. This shit is slick. You go. It's like
Oh,
Yeah.
God, don't do that.
like there's like a layer. There's like a film.
Yeah.
There's like the chicken that we just got done rinsing. It's like a protein film on the outside of it.
Okay.
So your initial is just, and you so you like have to really squeeze. But when you do, you can feel it's weak underneath. It's like bones shouldn't be pliable. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But here you are, like, and you start dragging it, and it's leaving like a snail trail behind.
Ew.
And then you just
Like
kind of
one
like
those inflatable guys.
huck it into the water. Yeah. As soon as you huck it into the water, it actually is like floating towards the hole, and then you see just bloop, and it disappears inside the water.
Huh.
It doesn't like clean it or anything. Besides, maybe you just notice like this
Does the walk?
like a grease outline. It's kind of like
Yeah.
the body is floating, so it's got some sort of weird buoyancy, or at least it's less dense than the water. And then it just sort of and very quietly, like a sinker turd.
They feel icky and.
They feel icky.
Does the water smell weird that we're closer to it?
It would actually. The water would smell.
Like acid.
Like acid.
Yeah, it just goes shh, and this like foam comes up. Yes. It would smell brackish. It would smell like musty and gross,
Okay.
but it wouldn't smell like it's anything other than water.
Okay.
So that's that. Now, Zixies, you've got some blue glass on the ground surrounding this one in particular body. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Yes, because you are proficient with investigate. A 12. Make me an Arcana check.
Arcana!
Arcana.
Magic.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Okay, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so you see all this broken glass around this body, and it looks like the body was either reaching for it. Its hand is like around these broken like glass pieces. Looking at it for the picking up some of the glass shards, you would look super like weak grade, but you would see like just using your arcanic abilities and your history with being like a practitioner of magical creation. This would be some sort of nope. This would be some sort of like a tincture or some sort of I don't know, either ingestible drink or it could even be some sort of like topical salve. This is something that applies and it shimmers with a sort of look that you've only ever seen with magical salves and or drinks.
Sound.
Salad.
So there's that. Next up, Kana, make me a medicine check.
I rolled it already. Do I have to re-roll?
Do you want to keep that one?
Yes, because it's 21.
Oh, I was looking at the 11. Fuck yeah, dude, 21. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely acid. This thing has been dissolved. It doesn't look so much like it's like the kind of degradation that you've seen on this, right? The kind of dissolving. The kind of it's rapid and fast, and you can tell that way because of like with this particular corpse, the bones are not like sunk or like warped and misshapen, which would intuit a slower melt. You know what I mean? This happened very fast. The skull underneath this particular thing is still very pristine, but the entirety of its musculature and any soft or fatty tissues has been completely eroded away.
Got it.
There is like a meat pile and like what looks like like fat render, like when you boil like chicken or whatever, there's like that foam on the top.
Yeah.
There's like that in little bits all around this one particular corpse. So whatever hit this thing basically digested it super fast and left it for whatever.
I got it.
Man, do we know of any like monsters or things around here that might be able to be capable of something like this?
My stomach when it comes to bread.
Which makes sense because Zenku,
I like eating bread.
you were looking for markings or some sort of like indication. You wouldn't really see any like claw marks or scratch marks, or there's no like broken neck or anything like that. But you would just see like a toxic Avenger on the ground back there. You know what I mean? Like
Okay. Yeah.
like the dude at the end of RoboCop. You know what I mean? Like
Jesus.
like there's some fucked up shit that happened to this thing, but it whatever this corpse used to be.
I forget which one it was.
It is not
It was
anymore.
I want to say like the second or third Chucky movie, where they're in the toy factory.
Yeah.
You remember how Chucky kind of ended up all fucking gooey and shit, kind of like that?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
melty.
So I
Well,
see that
stick
shit.
in, go
I'm,
ahead.
I'm just gonna kind of like very loudly say, "This place is cursed."
Nice.
This is some
Finally got
fucked
one.
up shit.
Which leaves us
Nice.
Deus. You would smell. How do I put this? This doesn't smell. It smells tinny, but not blood-like. It smells like sleep. I cast the sleep spell on Kyle. No, so Deus, while you're standing here, you walk up, and just as you stop, you would smell like you. First of all, you feel the air pressure of two different gases. Right as you walk, you would feel this like from below cold air come up and waft over you ever so slightly. The smell would be incredibly metallic, but it wouldn't smell like blood. Because you know what that smells like, obviously. It smells like copper. This smells a different kind of tinny. Like, Daniel, you know what grinding metal smells like?
Yeah,
It smells like that. I don't know how to describe that smell to other people. If you know, you know, right?
It's like iron.
Yeah. But that being said, you would definitely feel a different density of air at your feet. Everybody else, as he just kind of like, I can only imagine he kind of like moves his foot to kind of further feel this colder versus his upper part of his body feeling. Anybody that even at passing would notice that there's this like sickly, almost yellow fog that's super dense and low to the floor. When he does this, it kind of like kicks it up ever so slightly, but it falls down. Like when you slow vape over a tabletop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you would see that, but it wouldn't necessarily like, it's not like it and like eats him or anything like that, but he does kick that off. And you guys do hear
Does that alarm
no,
at all?
no from deeper within.
As it screams, persist once more, I'll start moving up towards Deus.
Ooh.
I'm going to rip off some of the fabric from my skirt and wrap it around my mouth and nose. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Just in case.
Yep.
I am going to.
But can I do it in a way like the Japanese?
You ain't gonna do much,
Like
but you can. Yeah.
Oh,
The thief. The obscurement thief, yeah.
Not really, I'm just joking.
Alright.
But yeah.
What do you got?
I'm going to talk to the team, saying, "Okay, before we go any further, are we all in agreement that whatever killed these people is not something we normally see in the woods? It is something very dark, very evil, very unholy."
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement?
I think I want to fucking kill this thing.
Not really the answers to the question I asked, but I'll take it. Everyone else in agreement before we go any further. There might be no turning back.
Let's do it.
This is a swish. Wasting time.
Yeah, Connor's fitting.
Got to know that making sure we
Okay.
live is a waste of time.
Kexi, Keoken, and
Yep,
Zixi,
we're
are
all
you
the way
guys
up.
catching up
Yeah.
to the group?
We'll start running up.
Yeah.
Alright, so you
And never
guys start
once
running
make
up.
your fucking peace right
You
now.
guys start going forward.
Why am I the voice of reason?
No, this is great.
Voice of
And I'll
reason.
tell you why this is great. Because
Wait, what time of day is it right now?
you're in a cave.
I mean,
So-
what time is it when we got in there? Like,
Oh,
is
no,
there-
it was past.
morning-ish.
No, it was past noon. You guys had this. You guys spent a lot of time. You saved a lot of time, so it wasn't nighttime when you got here. But you guys spent a lot of time like finishing up one this next leg of it, and then hearing the screams.
So we were like on day
Zigzagging.
2 of our day
You guys
3.
are on day 2 of the third
It's
day.
like, well, if it's day 3, it looks like my shift's up. And
Yeah, right?
Go. Never
So-
mind. Later.
Before Zixis is actually able to get to you guys, I assume you guys are gonna start like, let's do this, gang. Yeah, right.
Apparently.
All right, cool.
I am not very enthusiastic about this. I'd like to make that very clear.
Yeah. So, Zixie's, go ahead and make me an acrobatics check. You seem insistent on being with the first section of the group.
Yeah, he keeps moving his token.
Sick. So, just as everybody's like, let's go, gang. The fucking cave collapses in right behind those three walking in. So, Deus, Zenku, and Connor are like, yeah, we're gonna go. Let's go.
Again, not enthusiastic.
And Zixus is like, I want to be there too.
Shit.
No, there's a cave in. Question. Do we want to continue or do we want to save it for next week?
Definitely save it for next week. I'm tired, but yeah.
Alright.
We'll pick this up.
Now, just for clarification on the cave-in, we're on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
that
now
part.
separate the
I
party.
don't want to.
So 3 and 3, or
It's 3 and 3.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
3 and 3.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, those top three are on the other side, the
So-
other three are on this
oh,
side.
because he was catching up
Yeah.
as it was falling.
Yeah,
down.
he was catching up as it was falling. That's
Yeah.
why I was like, all right,
We're
who's
gone.
going with?
no.
Yep.
I mean, that's a pretty good team, though. You got the healer, you got a paladin that can heal. and
Yeah,
got
you guys
shit
were
ton of
each like a little
damage,
mini team
then
all on
you
your own.
that you can just shoot
True.
shit hit.
Depends on what we're up against, though.
Yeah, there's always that.
Because what we're up against is something, like I said,
The first group is going to start in the ritual prep room.
Hell yeah.
Second group is going to start right here. To be continued next time on the Embers of Hope. Join us next time on Harmon Quest.